All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fools and Flagons. I would say grab your drinks and raise your glasses, but I've already drunk my fill here. So, I am currently at the moment joined by Arshern, one of our Patreon supporters.
Hey.
Um, as a reminder, and why I am alone on the screen, is we did a pre-recording for this because of conflicting schedules. Zeke, Brick, was not able to be here. And instead of trying to reschedule and reorganize, with Kayla being out last week, she is not present in this episode. You'll see why here in a little bit, and I will explain all. I am going to be sitting in the Discord for Fools and Flagons, commenting on the session as it goes, so you're more than welcome to pop in and watch it along with me. If enough people are here and there's enough interesting content, then I'll put this out again as a commentary. If not, the basic episode will be out next week, as it would be normally for the VOD and the podcast. So I'm not going to stall any longer. We have a interesting night of irritation for certain people that will be probably shortly
Screaming.
screaming. Yes. So again, link is down below if you are watching this live on Twitch. To get into the Fools and Flagons Discord, you are more than welcome to pop in and chat as the session goes on. So, without further ado, let's get the show going.
Just let you know it's not live here. So is it just live on Twitch?
Yeah, it's live on Twitch.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
I was just there.
Hamburger says hi too. We are currently in the past. We are pre-recording this session because of conflicting schedules. As you can, well, for the audio listeners, Vanera is not going to be with us tonight. She had a bit of a family emergency. There was a death in the family. She is at home taking care of that. So I will be playing the lovely, talented cleric tonight. So we do still have Metal as joining us tonight. So it's still going to be quite a fun, interesting episode. So yeah, anybody got anything? So Becca, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Art thou lonely? I am quieter than normal.
Yes.
With
Lonely now that Zeke's been gone, like every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's funny because before he moved in, he was
while you were talking.
making these comments like, I don't know if I want to be like move in with you because we're gonna see each other all the time, and I'm sure I'm gonna get annoying. And I'm like, I see you very little. You're still slightly annoying, but like, it's less of you.
There's less of you.
There's less of you. I think I see less of him now that we're living together than we did when he was living in the apartment of doom.
It's weird how that works out, huh?
Right?
So, anybody got anything they want
But-
to share?
Snacks. Someone share snacks.
Drink your water.
So I forget. Did you actually go in to smack him the last time, like during the session, or was that like when we took a break?
Just took a break. I came in and screamed at him, and he flinched so hard I thought he was gonna switch his chair over. But I also yelled at him via text, and then I also passed out because the next morning I had to wake up at 5 to go to work
Aw.
and work a 13-hour day. And so he came into the room and woke me up when he was trying to get the dog in the crate, and I woke up specifically to scream at him again.
Drink your water. And he just ran off to get water, apparently.
That's utterly amazing.
Oh, I was mad at him for days. I literally at one point was like, when he was arguing with me, he's like, it was what Brick would have done. And I'm like, just for that, Bella gets to sleep in the bed tonight. And he's like, no, don't make me sleep with Bella. And I'm like, she's going to sleep in your spot and shed all over your pillow and kick you in the face.
We love you.
Are you sure you want to watch this session?
Past adventures, as we have now officially caught up to the amount of sessions
Damn it.
that we've had on our first campaign.
So it's really dumb, and you
catch
can't
up
make fun of me too much for it.
sessions
Okay.
But I have literally
platform on our
watched
YouTube
every
channel,
single
or if you would rather listen to
one
us
of the
on our
campaigns
podcast,
because when we
we
started
pod-
dating, before he admitted that we were dating,
Mhm.
idiot,
iTunes,
I
Spotify,
went back and
Podbean,
watched them all so I
Stitcher,
knew what was
Pocket Casts,
happening.
and Podcast
Right.
So at work,
Essentially,
I would
anywhere you
watch.
wanna
I've
listen,
watched from the
we're
beginning of the
probably
campaign up to this point, so I
Unless you got
haven't missed a
some
single one of the
code on
episodes yet. Now I've gone to sleep
playing it on a record
for some
player,
of them,
you can't fucking
like halfway through. But then I'll go back
face
the next
for
day
radio.
while I'm at work and on my lunch break, I'll
Hank
usually
Carter,
finish
Jim
them up.
Bob.
I do have a face for radio. So
I wouldn't
So-
say that that's sad. That makes me feel happy.
If you would like
I
to
make
join the
sure, and I
Discord,
told
links
him, I'm
down
like, don't you
below.
dare kill any of my girls.
So mad
at him last week.
I
I was like, don't you be mean to my girls.
When situations like this
So.
arise in the future. We've also here very recently quasi-ported
I look dead
over
inside.
my own personal Discord for my old
You kind of flump every now and then. Oh,
you
you dabbed? I never noticed. Damn it. You son of a bitch, Nim.
That's just whatever the hell you guys want to play. Enjoy,
Literally
guys.
everything else.
Literally everything.
You just
else.
look tired. You don't look dead.
So that's the only other real big kind of announcement that I've got there.
And that's understandable.
I also look
Nobody's
blown
got
out.
Anything else? We can get started.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Why not?
I could make a joke about that. I was gonna say you'd look a lot happier if you were blown out, but that's not.
Dick joke.
Oh god, I just saw Zeke, and I think that's gonna be the thumbnail.
It actually was not the
So-
thumbnail. There was a moment later on that was way more
Tempest unearthed an
on
unusual
par
ally
with
at the bottom
the
of
feel
Great
of this
Dome Mine
particular
Canyon.
session.
An
I'm trying to be vague because Becca is
an
here and
elephant
hasn't
named
seen it
Tales
yet, so.
had been calling out for help beneath the rubble.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what happens.
I
From,
really wanted to just sit on the couch and watch you guys do it because I was like so involved in the last one, and I was like, I have to see how it goes, and he locked the door on me.
Been responsible for containing the mushroom.
It's my fucking house, and he locked the damn door.
For how long?
Man.
It was hard to tell. For the
The
illithid
bastard.
seemed to be a
That sucks for
bit
you.
scatterbrained.
I know it did. I was so sad.
Pax then led the Tempest into the buried city and took them to his.
I don't know. I
So
think one day you
consider-
just need to find your secret key.
After slogging through the mud.
If we ever have to do a pre-recording again and you're not able to watch it live, I will text you if something happens, and you just come in with like a screwdriver taken off the hinges and just have him panic the whole time.
Thereby ripped
He does
through a
panic.
door
It's
He
pretty damn
does.
funny.
mob
It's
by
so
a group
funny.
of Molder spawn.
He acts like I'm threatening
Brick
or
was
something.
subsequently put into timeout.
You are
Party
intimidating.
bedded down for the evening.
Meh.
Aw,
We now
that's the
I think
sweetest
I
thing
join
anybody's
the
ever said to
Tempest.
me.
I
Yeah.
don't
Again,
think that's the
venturing out
case.
into the mushroom
Well,
I
you
will
can
say
think
though,
what
it's
you
probably a
want.
good thing considering what you guys have told me about this, that I wasn't in the room because I have enough pillows over there. I could have knocked his ass out if he did really stupid shit like he did the other week.
Yeah.
Some ambiance going.
Yeah.
Quick question.
No, no questions.
Can you guys see the stream live on Twitch?
Oh, poor Kirsten. She was so confused.
Yeah.
Wait.
See, listen.
I
Is
know
that why
what.
the chat is going?
This is a
Huh?
pre-recording,
So used to going
so
to Twitch.
Was that why the chat is going?
How
it
much
is a little.
alcohol have you
Why the
had?
chat is going?
Why are you drunk?
Yeah, on the
glass-
side
I
of
see
the
the
thing
rim
it
on
says
that glass. It
stream
used
chat,
to
and
be
then it has
full.
not your real mom, and then hello.
No, but I'm not tipsy at all. I just had a moment because we.
Oh
were
no,
playing
that's
so
that's
much
that's
that I
happening
forgot
live
what
right
was
now.
on.
Okay, I'm like,
Yeah,
is she saying
Yeah,
that
so-
because she
so
put stuff
for
in the
us,
chat?
we are playing a week early.
No,
This
no,
is
she
Okay.
said that
our off
she
week.
forgot that we
I
were
will be
pre-recording, so she was like,
playing
"Oh,
this recording live
it's
on
not
Friday,
live,
and
I
gonna do like we did
see.
the last time where,
Gotcha.
I'll be in the chat for comments and all, and I may even record the audio to upload another commentary version depending on which one of you guys wants to pop in and keep me company while that happens.
you guys are all keeping me company."
I redacted
Snip
the
yap?
statement. Let's play D&D.
Go to play.
So,
And for once, I didn't pick
you
up
all-
overtime, so
last we
I'll
left
might
off,
be able to actually stay
we were
up like a
beginning to-
normal person.
you hear
Oh.
a cry in the
You're not a
distance
Right?
of
normal
the
person.
city as you all gather.
I know
at
I'm not a
the
normal
door.
person, but you don't have to rub it in.
Kit Pack, you
I'm
look
gonna
around
die.
and your stuffed animal is nowhere to be found.
Oh no,
No.
my boy.
Okay,
Other
so
help.
you were
I
all
absolutely love
gathered
DMing
at
for
the
you
front
guys.
of the
I have
Pax's
so
home,
much shit
the tavern,
prepared
which
and
bedded down
planned.
in. The door was slightly pushed
And I will
ajar.
slowly,
Dawn
eventually fuck with
peers
every
out
single one of
Brick's
you the
end
way that I
of the
did
street.
Brick.
Everything so far
As
seems
you should.
Mm-hmm. Except maybe
I
Zach.
welcome your attempts. peeking my head in.
It's like, just
So-
realize you live with him.
And
No,
also,
it has
I
nothing
just-
to do with
I
that.
was
It's
walking
just
over-
I
Excuse me, young man.
really
I'm
don't
sorry.
think Ian can fuck
Excuse
with
me,
me.
young man. 6 feet.
When I
was
say
gonna
fuck
as
with
you're
him,
walking over,
I
was
mean,
gonna,
like,
not
and how I
looking
fucked
at
with
him, just
Brick
kind of
with the dream, and how I
bashfully-
fucked with Vanera with the mushrooms when she tried to talk to
You
him.
dick. Just look back.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Like, I can only imagine a couple
And
things really
also,
bothering Zahn,
point of
and
order, if
I welcome you to try to figure them
memory
out.
serves, Zahn, you do have your hand alight.
Yes.
What is that from?
What's
So,
what from?
You peek
There's a new
inside
hammer
the
I've never
bank
seen before.
for- What are you
On your
something?
tabletop
Well,
we heard
model?
voices.
No, no, on
I'm
Guild
sure that
Wars.
nothing-
Oh,
Called the
well,
Serpent's
thank you
Hammer.
for the.
Sorry,
Okay, so you stick your
but
hand
yeah, it's
in,
just like this
stick your head
big.
in, roll
It's
a
just
perception
pretty much looks like a Jade Tech weapon, but it's just. It's pretty. I wouldn't say basic, but it's neat looking. It's like gold. The hammer itself is made of jade, and then like the ends of the hammers are gold. It's cool.
Plus 8, it's gonna be a 23.
A 23. You look inside.
It
and
baffles
oddly enough, there
me
seems to be no remnants
how good your rolls are.
Mine?
the night before.
Yes.
I've been rolling bad lately. Like
Seems pretty deserted.
that.
The door
That
is
die that
still
Kayla
on
gives
the
is
floor with the
not
hole
as good as
center
my
of
other
it.
dies.
But otherwise,
Well, yeah, because your other
Slick.
dies are like
So.
plastic and probably are
Legend
weighted.
room, do I see any other
Like
doors,
mine are no,
windows?
they're not weighted. They're from fucking Etsy.
You
They're
don't see
not
any
weighted.
windows.
Those motherfuckers are gonna
I
spend
never-
the time to wait.
I never said that they were purposefully weighted.
Oh wow, that's a
But you
neat
do
looking
see a
hammer.
door
It
behind
just looks like a big
counter.
iron sheet. Well, yeah, I
Guessing
was
it's
rolling
this-
in the
this
teens a
right
lot,
here.
which when I'm having like plus
It's
fives and plus
one or
sixes
other of
means
those.
I'm rolling under
Oh.
10.
Since I made this map.
My window's open and I smell a
The
fire.
door's there somewhere,
I'm
we'll
happy
figure it
now.
out.
Is it
I
cold
wish I
outside
could
right now,
smell.
or
It's not that cold, no.
Carefully and quietly.
Well, cold to the point where I would want to shut the window because my feet start to
As you
freeze.
put your hand to the door.
Alexa,
temperature outside?
what's the
65?
temperature
I can
right
do
now?
65.
You turn the handle. It
The question:
opens.
Can you give me a heads up if Zeke is gonna do something stupid, so I know to prepare and I'm not like
Um,
drinking anything?
Table
Are
No.
you
He's existing right now, so
are you
Fair
are you
warning.
watching the stream right now?
Yeah.
You
Are there
see,
any other doors?
not the black square that they're currently in, but the black square directly above them.
Yeah.
When that black square is revealed, be ready to rage.
God damn it.
Yep.
How much? How? Okay, I'm turning you guys down so I can listen to these idiots. My idiot. Mostly my idiot.
I love this big
I know. I'm using
I-
mine too.
I roll it and then liquid rolls around inside.
Fucking fascinated by his dice.
It's gremlin.
Well, there's that.
Cave in your skull.
Alrighty. I am now
With my toe.
Oh shit, that's right. We're gonna have to pre-record for the
that
next
took a
session too
really
because
weird
of
turn.
Zeke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open
That's
up
dumb.
the
Yeah, we'll have to
other
coordinate
door
that.
here.
I mean,
Quietly.
Is that because he's gonna be for his grandpa's 100th
and you
birthday?
see that there's
yeah. I mean, as far as excuses go, it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, they
Um,
wouldn't. They're
shelves
not giving
built
him
from
off work
floor to
either, so he's
ceiling.
having to call
All
out.
of them with drawers
Wow.
appear to have
Yeah.
locks on them.
welcome to Universal.
I like how everybody's like prepping our Sharon for when it's dead. I'm
Also,
like, yes.
Kipak,
Oh, hold on.
while this is a bank, this is not the bank that has your friend in it. There are multiple banks, and that is my mistake for not clarifying that.
What was I gonna
further.
say?
There's a couple
Uh,
banks down here in this little village. Interesting.
It could be an
So-
off branch.
Oh.
You don't know.
So just start
I see.
pulling them.
Yeah, I'll have to get with
Seems
everybody
pretty
and see what they can play next.
You start
It
pulling.
seems
the,
pretty
the
expensive,
doors.
actually.
What's
See
that?
if any of them are unlocked.
The map. It seems very expansive.
Take a minute.
It doesn't seem like a small little village.
None of them seem to budge.
It's technically not.
Well,
It's only like a portion of a city that was buried.
Considering standing by the
And that map
door,
took me
I'm
about a
kinda keeping an
month to
eye
make.
on the entrance
Proud of
way,
you.
And that's
but
before
still staying
I started
somewhat
like
inside the tavern.
getting the black stuff put down and figuring out encounters and
Seriously proud of you. Look at you
Don't
kicking ass.
be too proud of him. I like the map that he gave us. He's like, this is the map. You're not gonna be able to understand this language. Like one of these says merchant.
I
was like, I'm really good at reading this language apparently.
Well, maybe
Listen.
it wasn't the merchant thing. Maybe
No,
that
no.
was the brothel.
No, that was actually the merchant. I just missed one of them when I was translating it to a different language.
I tried to have your back, dude. You
No,
just threw yourself under the bus.
I understand my mistakes.
It's not wood. How's the metal that these are made out of?
I always know when Nim is playing with shit because the colors change.
But when you wrap your
No, you
thumb on
don't.
it, a lot of reverberation. Seems like it's pretty thick.
It's not me.
It's not me.
Middle
Dude, hamburger later on?
Kasumi.
Holy fuck, man.
Bank.
Wait. What the fuck is he doing?
He's trying to rob a bank.
Being hamburger.
Right now, Venera says.
Ozon, yeah.
No, I mean, he started talking, and I'm like, is this the dumb thing?
No, that
Sumi, I need you.
that building up above is still covered, so you have until when
Okay.
they're done robbing the
Walks
bank.
away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like,
DM?
my nose was almost touching the monitor. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, babe?
I'll just look at Kasumi.
I
need
get
an
to rob
adult.
shit.
Yes, there are still locks.
He didn't put anything in the bank.
Yeah.
Asshole.
well, take a look.
That
really
is not
sure.
true.
There's a lot of people down here.
Oh, my
so
bad.
I
Because he's a
wouldn't-
dick.
You opened one drawer.
Too terrible. We'll
Well,
see.
people wanted
She
to
makes her
move
way in
on.
there.
I'm gonna go in there and fucking demolish the building after the boss, though.
As you make your way
What's going
behind
on?
the counter and open. And
Sorry,
go
slight
into the
spoilers
door
for
inside
Becca here.
open, You see that there are 2 walls of shelves that go from floor to
How
ceiling.
dare you?
And
Well, you
there's
know.
Iron boxes with little tiny.
It's how
knobs
we
and
do.
what appears to be a
It's
lock.
what we do.
I'm explaining a fucking PO box to the banker.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know,
It's not for me. It's for everyone else. That's fine.
You think she understood?
Kasumi,
I don't know.
I had it open.
Maybe?
Just one of
There's a
the
chance.
boxes in here.
Is there a specific reason you want to get into
See,
these
part of me
boxes?
wants to get really mad at Zeke for whatever he does.
Nobody lives
But he
here.
was
This is a
really
bank
great this
here,
week.
so a
I
bunch of
ended up
black
having like
boxes
my
and
first
black
seizure in
vandals
6
and-
months, and he
What the
handled it like
fuck?
super
You're
well.
sick of to get names.
Aw.
So I can't like get super mad at him
Yes, you can.
She
because I woke up,
like,
or he
crosses
woke
her
up
arms
to
and
me
just, like,
seizing and
stares
punching
at
him in
you.
the face, basically.
I will
So
help you open them. But I'm
So who won the fight?
Oh, you don't have to
It
take
I'm
was
pretty
you,
sure
wasn't it?
it was probably me.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Well,
Thank
I don't
you.
think I'm super familiar with these, so.
But I'm
we'll
like,
give it a shot. So she
Depending on
opens
the
up
level
and
of
she just
stupid,
finds a box
I may have to
and
forgive him, but
starts evaluating and
it
attempting
depends on how
to
stupid he
open.
was.
Okay, you're using your thieves tools?
Time will tell.
Okay, so roll a d20, add your dex and proficiency.
While she's
Speaking
doing
of,
that,
were you ever
Rick is
interested
actually
in
gonna
potentially
do
playing an NPC or
the
anything?
building he was in last night and kind of peek
Okay.
into
You
the
just
door.
tell me what you need me
Similar
to do.
shop,
I'm always
nothing
willing to do stuff.
preoccupied or
All right, I'll have to keep you in
occupied
mind.
building.
Okay.
Well, you left in such a rush that the door remained open.
Yeah, because you
Tarask.
guys weren't a Tarask, yes.
Really
Um,
dark.
Yeah,
Now,
you
is
two weren't
this-
a proper full thing when we first
This
were
isn't
doing
sleight of
this,
hand,
and I was trying to get
correct?
all the people together for the big 10-man fight.
I mean, to be fair, he had to ask me if we were dating in September, and we had been together like months before that, so
Listen, as a fellow male part of the species, we need this shit written in triplicate for us to understand. We are dumb when it comes to picking up relationship cues.
You know what? I can check.
hey, he still treated me better than any other boyfriend before me, even when he didn't think we were boyfriend and girlfriend, so I ain't gonna bitch too
You do
much.
have these tools in your proficiency.
I mean, Zeke's a
so,
good dude.
You would roll
He's a bit
d20, add 4,
Slow
and then
at
add-
times, and
So you're gonna add 7 to your.
Yeah, what a stupid guy.
All right, so that is 25.
He is insanely smart
25.
about things he cares about.
Mhm.
I'm the same way.
Yes.
And, like,
practice.
Freak it, like, we'll tell you the entire interim of the Lord of the Rings without taking a breath.
Nerd!
Yep.
But if you try and tell him don't leave paper towels on the counter, he will literally do it for 5 days in a row.
You pop the lock.
She just opens the lock
Yep.
and then she just takes a couple steps back and then she just like gestures.
That being said, he also,
There you
like,
go.
Open that shit.
I had mentioned one time I like this marshmallow launcher from
So you go and you
Ghostbusters,
pull the drawer out.
and he went back like 3 weeks later and got it for me. So I mean, like, full well knowing I was going to shoot him in the face with the marshmallow launcher.
Oh, he knew what was coming.
Oh, he knew.
Wait a minute.
It's supposed to be our
use my
self-deprecation
brain.
gun, but I shoot him with it just for fun.
You can certainly try.
As he's using his
That was fun.
I had
as he's
so
using
much
his brain,
joy
I will,
shutting
order
down
assistance
this little
just to
bastard.
Look around the room.
Okay.
Cast locate.
You look inside the room. You
Use
see
my
the same
brain.
counter that you had seen before.
What
the
a little
chair
bitch.
off to your left, and the barrels behind it. And you do see the one barrel there that had the board pried up that you had wrenched loose and caused a commotion before.
I never got a chance to look inside. May I look inside?
You certainly can. So make an investigation check as you wander inside and take a look inside your pilfered barrel.
13.
Did this room?
No.
Okay.
It seems to be a very old.
I'm just laughing because I remember
very
what happened.
shriveled up barrel of plant roots.
Is it pot?
No.
But you dip your hand inside, and it's like as soon as your
Okay.
fingers touch the leaves, it just crumbles. And your hand just kind of keeps going in as you break more and more and more and more.
Can I bring the leaves up to Mortar and have Mortar sniff them?
Sure. You hold it up to the owl, and you smell.
Quit trying to sacrifice your owl.
It's a bit pungent.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't considered describing the smell, so I kind of panicked, and I was like, "Well, time to come up with this on the fly."
Like a handful and walk
And you
back
did
out.
pretty okay with it.
Kip walks
Yeah,
in
it
just
was
as I
alright.
walking out.
You don't seem like you're panicked or anything. You handled it very like, I have this.
Yeah,
Some sort
I
of-
am a god tier bullshitter.
Is this for something?
Do I know what this is, knowing what this building is?
Yes, and you kind of stare at him for a second, and you look at his hand, and you look at him, and you remember him saying that he doesn't eat, he doesn't drink,
Excuse me.
you don't see any nostrils, and you go, I didn't know you smoked.
Oh. I just like slowly let it fall to the ground and dust off my hands and walk out.
The Warforged
Oh,
clang,
no
clang,
drugs,
clang,
kids.
clang.
Bong, bong, bong.
No, I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna have that be a
Do you want to talk?
an issue. Zahn.
Hmm?
As
I was
you
gonna
are
say,
looking
that would
inside
be a
this,
noise that would,
PO box
like,
a bit
Draw some people.
dejectedly,
I mean, he said that he just, yeah, I was.
from outside.
It could have been funny, but,
Quietly
yeah.
whispered, but your ear immediately just kind of whips around behind you. You pick it up.
Yes.
Come here.
Where's Martyr
One
tonight?
second, I'll be right there. Really, I'm gonna start
Who?
walking, but I'm gonna.
Oh,
cast
Mortar?
Martyr?
walking.
Martyr.
Okay.
Oh, I actually haven't heard from Martyr in a while. I meant to kind of check up on him
Wanna
because he
find
is
him,
up in the
that's
EU.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a better.
I wanna say
description
that
of
he's
that.
in
Looking
Belgium,
Object is a specific object, not a blanket of objects.
Actually,
Man,
the
yeah, I
spell
really
says
should've
the
checked
spell
on
can
him
locate
sooner.
the
I'm
nearest
gonna-
object of
I'm gonna
particular
poke
kind,
him real
such as a
quick.
certain kind of jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
A certain kind of jewelry. Just
fine,
saying
fuck it.
jewelry. Are you looking for?
Because I know for a
ring,
couple of days there he was
amulet,
posting a couple of
bracelet,
things,
necklace? I need a
but
type.
not for the last couple of days, and so I
Great.
was a little surprised when I didn't see
You
him on
cast
here or
spell.
in the chat.
Do any of you wear a ring?
Kip has one on each tentacle. No, I'm kidding.
I had a feeling you were
Oh,
going to
I mean, it's what's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 1 a.m. right now, so he probably won't reply. But I sent him a message, see if he'll
Oh wait, I do.
see if he gets back or not.
Venera as well. So you get 2 pings, one from Kasumi and one from Venera.
Okay. I'm gonna continue walking out of the room.
Okay. As you step back outside,
You have your own
of
theme
the
song.
bank, Veneera is holding
Who
a piece of
doesn't?
paper out towards you. In her other hand,
Yeah, that was fun. He was like, I want to locate object jewelry. It's like, I need you to be more specific.
It literally says in the description jewelry. That's why I said jewelry.
I know, but it still needs a specific
Can I have?
type of item.
she's holding it out to you. So
But that's what I'm saying.
you take
The spell
the
says
letter
the
from
specific
her,
type of item can be an item like jewelry.
you
It's
flip
not
to
like
the
it doesn't
backside
say like
where
jewelry
it's the
ring or
right
anything like
center.
that. Like your argument is
And
valid,
you're
obviously, because
very
you are
familiar with
DM. But that's why I immediately went jewelry. It wasn't like, hey, you can suggest like a ring or
kind of
this. It
message
literally
that's
just says
written by a
suggest
very,
jewelry.
Very large hand
Excuse me.
from Konkaro.
Yeah, but also with it
Son of
being
mine.
Again,
Good
I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not upset. It's
the
just
the word
it's
the
way
wording's
Settle during
the
your
wording's
journey.
kind of
Many
bounces
casks will
back and
open
forth
in
because
your
it says
honor.
locate a specific
More
object
still
known
now
to
to
you
know you
as long as
still
you have
yet
seen it
live.
up close within 30 feet at least
I am sure
once.
you have your
So
reasons to
technically
take so long
speaking,
to
you
come
shouldn't have been
back
able to
home.
find
It is
anything
such a curious
jewelry
matter.
wise because you wouldn't have encountered anything that would have been in there
Valkyrie has been
that you
busy,
are
but I did.
familiar with.
but fell.
I didn't find anything.
I wish to stay
You did
more.
not.
I like how
Well-
Metal
There's
has
so much room
a
to
little
write
tiny
on.
octopus
He
hat,
starts to reach
and
That's
it looks
his
so
son.
happy.
his large
It looks so
writing.
happy.
It's
Come
Kipak's
home, my
little
boy.
stuffed
As soon as you are able.
squid
I
thing.
trust you will have stories to
I
tell
know.
until the
I just
fires
love it.
are put
I have
out.
like 4 of them in this room right now. I love those things.
Oh, we kind of talked over
Sorry,
Zahn
just
getting a
making
letter
sure
back
I'm
from his
writing this
dad.
down.
Mhm. And I can always type it out to you.
Oh
very
shit, I meant to
quickly.
type that out to you. Let me type that out to you.
I'm not gonna do exact just because Zahn's not gonna remember exact, so it's gonna be kind of cliff notes.
I mean, unless you're gonna throw the paper away, you would have it literally
Oh,
exact in your.
I'm
person.
sorry, I'm literally just. One of those
Veneera
things
is
that
not
just-
reading
oh
this
my
out to you in the middle of the street. It's not gonna fizzle away. This is a physical object that you now have.
She just
Yeah,
stretched
then
it in
send it-
front of you.
Then definitely send it to me. Sorry, it's one of
Yeah.
those where I thought that like when it was done,
You're
it
good.
kind of just like goes away after
Like,
a time.
fuck your letter.
It is a physical piece of paper. Remind me after the session. I will be more than happy to type that up for you.
In all fairness, he did not remind me after the session.
God, I hope I remember this. You said that you do it, and
I asked you just now to remind me. Well, during the
Okay,
session thing, anyway.
So he has read that. What are you guys doing?
I'm walking this way.
You're walking that way.
As I see
My
Kip
microphone in the
start to
recording
follow,
thing
I
here.
follow after.
Here we go.
Kip, do you
Yeah.
know where the closet is? Have we spoken
Are you
about
trying
that?
to come out of it?
I'm not in the closet.
This is what are you trying to do? Sorry.
Well, you said before the monster.
Was not prepared for that, and I had food in my mouth. Almost died.
Zahn's just gonna look at Veneer and Kasumi, just like the fuck.
The closet. I can't believe I forgot about the fucking closet. Should I roll a history check for this?
Yeah. Roll a history check.
how's your summer's body looking out? I've got a great personality.
9.
9.
I'm almost 200
You
pounds.
see the illithid go slightly cross-eyed, and then he refocuses and he kind of looks to his left. And he looks to his right. And he kind of looks in the direction that Pez is heading, and he kind of.
I'm
like
making another hamburger model that has no sounds.
Right.
But they're so
Just turn
cute.
to look at everyone else. I guess we gotta search this city.
They are cute, but in a serious
Seems
time
so.
of like being in spooky
Such
music,
quietly.
it kind of breaks
Oh,
the
yeah.
mood.
Right. Again,
That makes sense.
sorry.
Actually,
That makes
Zahn has a
sense.
fantastical idea. Rick, give me your hands.
You should have him do like little growly noises
I'm gonna regret this.
instead. Be like,
grill.
Zahn's gonna dive
right?
them together.
Exactly
in
like
front.
that. Just record that noise right there and have that be.
So that he can't reach
Hamburger.
out and touch it.
Hamburger.
I'm okay with hamburger having noises in certain situations, but
It's rope. I'm not tying it tight. I'm just showing it so that when
yeah.
you try to go for something,
it'd be nice. It will be nice to have
Quiet
a
one.
hamburger for all occasions.
This is very demeaning.
It's up to you if you want to allow it.
You can allow it. No, you don't have to allow it. You don't.
I'll just look at everyone else and remember what happened last night and just and start to walk after Pez with my hands tied.
It's super loose. Like if we get up shit creek without a paddle, there's
wow.
something going. Ah!
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay.
Damn you! You beat me to it.
So, you all
You're supposed to
advance-
say Gesundheit, you fuck.
Ah.
all advance forward. As you have dark vision, that's great.
One of these days I'll get around to
head
trying to
further
do this shit in
down the
VR chat and see how it
you see
goes.
that there's a significant alley
I'm actually really
left,
curious.
but it is blocked by
the,
rubble and seems maybe another cave-in.
Dungeon Alchemy program that I helped back should be releasing their program later this month. And I'm really curious to see what its export options are, because if it's something that I can just export straight to Unity, that would be fucking dope.
The street goes
That'd be really cool.
further ahead of you, and that there may be a split off to your right.
And for those that are potentially listening to this commentary, the Dungeon Alchemy is basically like the rooms that you're seeing on the video here. I would draw that out and say, like, this is going to be a kitchen. You draw the walls that you want, and it automatically populates it with lights, windows, tables, food, shit like that. Like, this took me a month to do, to just get walls, floors, doors, and like tables and chairs. With Dungeon Alchemy, they could have had like lamps, letters, cutlery,
That's cool.
ink bottles, shit like that.
Dead.
One of the main things that it will do is it will export like JPEGs, or
Another pile of rocks fell on
if
him.
you have lights and things like that nature, you can export it to work with Roll20 and some of those other web-based pen and paper type sites, where it actually keeps track of where the light will wrap around corners and stuff. And like Fog of War is also a thing, so you know everything will be dark, but as soon as it's revealed, then you see the light spilling out into the room, kind of stuff.
It's really cool.
So far, there's no real intent to do anything with tabletop, just because the way the collision boxes work and all wouldn't be very conducive to that in Tabletop Simulator. But even still, I would be able to use it to make my the flat part of my maps. So I'm excited to see what how I'll be able to integrate that into our normal sessions, because it'll make making maps far quicker for me. Oh yeah, Pez is talking to Hamburger here.
That what Pez sounds like?
I grabbed the dial on my head, the invisible dial on my
Well, I
head.
mean, I was talking as Hamburger.
I know.
So you see Hamburger hops off of Pez's shoulder and kind of goes down the side alley and starts to kind of root through some of the mushrooms against the side of the wall, with Pez keeping a very close eye on his companion. Let's see. The rest of you follow
I'll follow
suit.
through like normal.
Yeah, kind of trailing behind.
I will go ahead and reveal these two sections to you as you were getting a better look-see.
I kind of wish I had a better way of
As you approach this intersection, those of
getting
you
the
with
tabletop
dark
stuff
vision,
onto the stream,
first you're
because
using mortar.
from my point of view and the stream's point of view, you don't see the Fog of War. I think I actually demonstrate it in this later on to show you what they all see.
So I'm not gonna ask you.
But there's just no way for me to do it as a DM.
Both of you make a perception check. for me.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could stream one of ours.
That would take
I don't know why do you need
quite a
Beyond as
bit
well.
more processing power for me, because
Just gonna roll this one real. It's another virtual camera. You have to move
It-
So
around.
as I pass
it's
the
a virtual
door,
camera I have to move
Even
around.
now, Brick starts to reach for it,
I would be
it's now
reliant
0.
on the person
Size,
streaming
puts
it to
back
me
its on and just
to
kinda
be
motions
focusing
towards
in
the
where
door
I
like
want the vision to be
AI.
focused for the stream to see.
Don's gonna look at him like, "Can you?"
I'm streaming that. I'm running the Sirenscape thing. I've got
22.
all of my documents up from everything I've typed up. I've got D&D Beyond up, the calendar.
Building adjacent,
It's
forward
it.
to the right.
I'm already capping out what I got.
It's a little bit shorter, and you're able to see over it
and you see what you weren't able to see before when you first entered the city because of the massive stone pillar. There is a large wall of some kind. You're not able to see it super clearly, but it's odd that you're able to see something that big over these other structures.
Atticus, are you awake yet? You've knocked your thermostat off the tank.
This, hidden area from you guys, because you're not.
Attaboy.
No, that means the sticky side is up and loose.
Billy, what's that
I'll
over
be
there?
right back.
Chaos gremlin.
Do I recall what this is?
You see him pointing up and over the buildings. Make a wisdom check on the sense of either being an accidental smartass or actually giving him the answer.
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You go, oh, that's the amphitheater.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what we'd find there, if I'm quite honest. If anything, but maybe there'd be denizens.
Like, of the mushroom variety?
Likely of the mushroom variety, knowing the city's history.
Rick's still just staring at the door.
Brick, can I help you?
Why?
Do you want me to open that door for you?
Don't do it.
Kip opens
This
the
is how you die in
door,
horror
you already
movies.
have this intense stare off.
Why?
Okay, you open the door, and Brick, like a giddy little child,
Curious what's happening,
you see
but
that there are...
Brick is going into the room with his hands tied.
Otherwise, very sparsely decorated room.
Is that a bookshelf in the corner?
If you would let me fucking finish.
I thought you were. I'm sorry.
I am weaving a world for you, Zeke. Stop interrupting me. There is what looks to be a sort of like a wardrobe on the wall against the door, and on the table seem to be implements for writing, little glass jars, some quills that have seen better days.
Is anything up? I'm gonna walk inside after a quick look around to make sure the coast is clear. Is anything?
Of course
Don't.
he is.
written?
Why?
Seem to be any,
Why?
paper. It just seems like
I just love
everything
that
is set
everyone's
up,
letting this happen too.
ready to be written.
No.
Messing with my tile colors.
Literally, this is how you die in horror movies.
And then this
You
thing.
bitch.
I'm sorry. Did you?
It seems to be just a wardrobe of sorts with the two handles. that you
I kept saying wardrobe. I meant to say
we're just
secretary,
gonna
but
walk over,
in the
same
heat of the
thing,
moment,
Hands up.
I could
look down
not
the rope,
think of what it
look
was
at the
called.
It's okay, I forgive you.
No, because Britt just looks at the rope, just
What is?
and opens
Why are
it.
you?
He's
why are
already
you being
tired of
stupid?
it.
No,
It's-
no.
Finally, the rope succeeded in teaching
Yeah.
you.
Babe.
Fucking think about it.
no,
before
don't
you
call
do
him
it.
babe. He's punished. Fucking.
He thought about it.
Again, let's see how badly he fucks up before I decide whether he's going to be in massive trouble.
Okay.
See what I am
As
doing
Brick
there.
snaps the rope around his wrist,
Say it here in a second.
and he grabs the handles and opens. You all hear
Come on.
Why?
as the long, unused hinges scrape away centuries of dust and rust and lets out
Why
a shriek
are
of
you
protest that you can hear echoing
Fucking
out of the small building.
Not the larger door itself, just the wardrobe doors.
Don's gonna use the rest of his rope to tie a noose.
Zahn, as all of you freeze, glaring daggers at where Brick had disappeared. Much like the night before, across the intersection, behind both doors, your radar dishes hear movement. You guys are so lucky I was rolling low that night. You motion for everyone to stay quiet.
Why?
Kip is doing a jaunty little jig. For the audio listeners, that's Kip Hack's model bouncing up and down on the table. Apologies for that. You wait a few moments, and the other noise seems to slowly die away.
Brick is going to reach down, grab the piece of rope, and just tie it around one wrist.
No! Don't touch another fucking thing! Do not touch another fucking thing.
You walk up to the doorway, glaring daggers of murder at you. Does she have a spell she can use to just punish you?
Oh, I do.
So that long pause that I had there, I was checking my map to see how many things were within earshot.
Effectively a punishment, but it hurts us in the long run.
How bad is it? No, don't tell me. I need.
Probably should have checked through her spells initially, but there's nothing she can choose.
Goddamn.
Glaring daggers at you.
Dare I say, does Kip have something that might help this in the future? I know prestidigitation causes a harmless sensory effect. It can light or snuff out a candle and stuff. Can it be used to muffle sounds as opposed to creating sounds?
No. Prestidigitation can also
question,
be
actually.
used to essentially clean oneself. But this is more unused rusty hinges.
Yeah, but if it's just creating a noise, could
It's
it theoretically snuff one?
It would be more of a
it would have to be
mending
more
spell.
like with combat Velcro. It's like this Velcro right here, just it's crap. You can hear it, it makes noise, everything. Here's combat Velcro.
No one heard the bell?
No one heard the Velcro. Unfortunately,
What
no.
can it do?
Prestidigitation.
What can it do other than that? Yeah.
From my knowledge, it's able to make a noise, a harmful sensory effect. I'm pretty sure it's able to
Harmless, not
basically,
harmful.
Like if you fall into mud, you just go like, and you're clean.
So you said a harmless sensory effect.
Smell,
you elaborate?
sound.
Can do a little shower of sparks, puff of wind.
Oh,
make
I was about to
musical
say,
notes.
Can you fill Brick's mind
Are you
with
still calculating?
excessive white
Or are you guys
noise?
just off topic?
We're way off topic.
Okay.
They're asking about the spell
I was like-
prestidigitation.
No, I was just like, is this still part of that delay where you're still counting?
Has
Because
a
I'm
couple
like,
different uses, but
We're just gonna walk outside. I'm sorry.
You're really just gonna blur it out.
I had paused for a moment to see if Vanera had anything that could silently punish Brick, but she didn't have anything that I could see. And
I do.
then
I have a really
started.
silly question, son.
Oh.
She walks over to like slumps her elbow up on your shoulder, well down on your shoulder, and she's just like, so you tied up his hands knowing that he has the ability to use hands without having to physically touch things.
It's literally just to give him the sort of thinking before he fucking does something. Apparently it doesn't fucking work, though.
Yeah.
I've really come to enjoy Zon's accent here.
right.
Kinda got that too.
Vanera just like grabs hold of Brick's elbow and is now police chaperoning him the rest of the way.
DM, can you please make a note to make sure that when we get into town next to buy actual handcuffs?
I'm not writing shit down for you. You make your own fucking to-do list. So, Brick is pulled out of the writing shop by the elbow by Vanera.
You're all standing in the currently silent streets.
Where
What is
did the
plan?
sound come from?
Sorry, it came from these two doors here.
Okay. Is it continuing,
There's
or
some
did it
long-ass
seem to
building.
just be like a passing?
When
Like they were
Zahn-
shuffling around.
When Zahn motioned everyone to stop,
Yeah, they
anyone that wants
they
to make a
got
perception
quite
check can
lucky
make a perception
that
check.
night. I had some
But
very,
his passive
very,
perception was
very
high enough
poor
to hear
rolls.
the initial noise
God damn
that
it.
he had the night before when this same situation happened.
We make
Right,
the
right.
joke, but they're literally radar dishes. What
He
is
does have the highest
Perception.
perception,
17,
passive
maybe.
perception.
18,
Oh, my
actually.
passive perception is
Oh, it must
nuts.
have gone up.
Actually, that's a good
Eh.
point. I wanted to check and see if your passive perception had actually
I
gone
got a
up.
24 on perception, but
18 is what it is right now.
probably just gonna be the same. Like,
Pez
oh,
rolling
there's
hot.
movement.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's been 18 for a hot minute though.
Well, since you were closer,
It was 17 when we first started,
Yes.
because that's when I wrote everything down. So I need to update my.
for lack of a better word, small
My sheet.
and large shuffling noises. And you're pretty certain you heard
Ah,
a
shit.
handle jiggle a bit. But as everyone remained quiet, the shuffling continued for a second longer, and then silence.
You said the two doors in front of us, right? So, like, if we're looking down this alleyway...
These two.
What about the door next to Pez? Did a noise come from that?
Nope.
Make some mental note.
So, are we just gonna go door to door looking for something, or do we want
Maybe
to
I'll,
go to that, amphitheater?
potentially.
Vanera kind of
I've been thinking about posting my battle
his,
maps
elbow into
on Patreon at some point.
The library.
Be kind of neat.
We were going to
That'd
go
be cool.
to the library. I remember
Oh yeah,
now.
that's right. Where
To look for books.
you remember where that is?
You can make a history check.
I forgot that.
I think
Well,
we
then
already did
fine,
the history
yeah,
check.
I'm
It's
fine.
in the
Forgot Pez
opposite
did
corner,
that.
right? He already made that history check.
That
like
sounds
last session.
familiar. If you remember it,
Wait.
then Mhm.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. Because that is right. So. Yeah.
let me check my.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how it was on the other side of the creek.
Rick's just gonna stay quiet and fiddle with his
Don't even move.
projector.
Don't move. Don't do shit. You just sit there.
What does this big mushroom thing look like?
I wasn't really around.
mushroom.
For-
you
for its
haven't
capturing.
Seen it?
Why?
So you
I'd
don't
have
know
seen
what
it in a
looks like.
book.
What are we whying?
Why was he not
Books in the
around?
library.
Probably.
Was he just not born
know how
yet? Or
big
was
it
he
is?
just like...
The book?
Oh,
Just smudge my glasses on that.
he's a little scatterbrained.
The giant mushroom
No.
that we were supposed to get rid of.
Dying by the sounds of it.
I
She
know
just
that.
gonna look at you and she's just shake her head. Okay, I'm done with questions.
It's a little bit bigger than a T-Rex.
We're done. We're done.
Oh.
I like that assumption. You prepare for the worst. Still pray for the best.
Were
There
T-Rexes around when you
So-
were on this island? Or, like, not in this
He's been part of some of the planning, so he knows some things that he's
know what a
purposely
T-Rex
playing
is.
dumb for, and other things he just doesn't know because I haven't told him for one.
It's more curiosity than anything.
But it kind of plays to my advantage because with him kind of knowing some of it but also forgetting most of it, the confusion just kind of keeps stacking up. That's been working out great.
Watch whatever this mushroom thing is be like 2 inches tall. It's like the size of a soda can. It's kind of like oh god, what movie was it where they fought all these big ass trolls and at the end it was like this little grandma troll and she was like maybe knee height and she just like kicked all their asses. Oh god, what movie?
Star
was
Wars?
that? No, that's Yoda. He's not a grandma.
I can
Can we-
read.
Well,
Let's go back to the map.
It's also not a troll.
We could go back to the map.
eh.
Or do I remember? Do I
I don't
remember where
know.
the library is? Like specifically?
If I recall, your history check was a high, but not high enough. You just remember that it's across the canal to the right. And Pez, as you had looked, you see that this cave-in kind of goes all the way down and all the way back the way you would come. This seems to be the extent of where you can go on this side, but as you peer around the corner, it goes that way, which would be down this way. So just laying the scene.
The map is in the bar, right?
That was the
map's under the pillar.
I like that
the stone
subtle
cabin.
hint that they should go further into that little interchange.
Then let's go back there. Observe the map,
What?
Maybe
Subtle? I don't
down the broad
know.
or something. And then
Like,
You're-
you're being
you're just-
helpful, but, like,
Has my
helpful in a
memory
way
of a
that you know
family-
is gonna fuck them up.
yes.
You're
'Cause they
just being
could've-
silly.
They could have gone back and gone down the road that's literally right behind them, but instead you're like, go further into the death trap and then go to the right.
Annoyed, flustered.
I don't know what you're talking
starts
about.
guiding him
Okay.
around the corner.
You live your best life.
Kasumi's gonna shapeshift
I
into
will.
fox form and just like bolt.
Okay.
She's gonna bolt for
Don't do it.
the tablet.
Don't do it, Kasumi.
Okay. Are you
Goddamn.
being sneaky about it? Or just kinda like,
She's trying to be.
I love hearing this
soundless.
from an outside perspective.
Okay, fast but stealthy would be a stealth check at disadvantage.
Okay, then she's gonna run. She's not gonna dash.
Well,
Run!
moving stealthy would require half your movement speed. So whether you are moving your normal movement speed or running, you would still be stealth at disadvantage unless you want to move half your movement speed in a go.
Yeah, she's basically just gonna kind of like trot ahead of the group. So, I can roll at disadvantage though. That's fine. Okay. 14.
Don't do it.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
It's a,
14?
it's a trap.
Okay, grabbed your little fox there.
Is it though?
That's neat.
Oh, I have a little fox.
Ian isn't your friend right now.
Pull that out.
He is the DM. He is the DM. Run away!
The DM is never your friend.
No!
His spell book and start ritually casting comprehend languages. Doesn't know if he's gonna get it done in time by the time they get to the tablet. but
Don't
he's
do
gonna-
anything. You sit there and look at you. For fuck's
11.
sake, eat your snacks!
'Cause it's.
Hold on a
I think
second.
it's
What the
technically
fuck?
1 minute
Hold
to
on.
cast it without ritual plus the 10. Oh no, it is 10 minutes because it's one action. Never mind. Yeah, so 10 minutes.
Okay, so while the rest of you are being sort of sneaky and letting Kasumi,
He literally
catch on
took
hand
down
with
a
Fox
poster I have behind
she
him for
sprints
his.
ahead towards
broadcast.
The giant stone armored figure and
The
rounds
fuck?
the corner towards the stone.
Huh.
Brick,
Wait, what
he was
being
try to
escorted
show-
by Vanera is
To try to show
kind
Kayla's
of
thing that he did.
wrist tied, sort of poking at his arm, and his mouth seems to be moving, but he's making very little noise. He seems to be doing something while being led along. So Kasumi, you
To answer your earlier question, it would have been a fairly difficult fight
your ears are high.
had I not
Alert.
rolled
The
low
ground is,
on.
while it's hard, it's also kind of
perception
dusty and
checks.
dirty, so your paw
These
prints
fights are extremely hard since I can't. I don't have I have a very cautious option to spells right now. I'm literally not using 90% of them because
beans.
Noise.
People.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it up to the stone.
Like right now, I'm kind of like a one or
You
two
still
trick pony
see the
because
bones, you're able to see it very clearly.
Yeah.
The
People.
language still is utter nonsense to you. It does look kind of familiar, but you're not. You can't quite put your finger on why. After about a minute or so, you see Pez coming around the corner. Somehow, even in the gloom, his eyes
you see them first, shortly followed by Zahn's glowing hand as the rest of the group arrives at the tablet alongside you. Kip Hack is kind of just like, I got friends, this is great, having an awesome time.
I think my friends like my memory.
If he turns out to be evil, I'm gonna revolt. I just want
So
you to
Brick,
know right
will
there
still
now.
have,
Kill him.
say
Where's
about
my pen?
7 minutes left.
I'm like,
on your ritual
he
casting.
basically reminds me of my little brother.
You were being
He's like-
quiet and taking your time to not make any noise. So while
I'll
Brick
just keep
is
going and let them talk.
so Brick is bop booping around on his.
Don't do
open
shit.
wrist.
You just sit there. God damn it.
I'm gonna, since I can actually fucking read the tablet, I'm gonna look at the tablet and I'm gonna kind of cross-reference to see where the library might specifically be.
Okay. Yeah, it's very easy. You're kind of scan through the names. You're like, oh yes, it's that big one right there.
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm not DMing. I can drink.
Library.
I'll be right back.
Go, love, go!
I can have alcohol on D&D night?
Kip Hack moves his phone and he points out where you all are currently standing, and he gestures to a very large building that's across the etched-in canal. And it's very large, kind of that shaped. Don't really know how to describe it, but it seems
Kinda that
much
shape.
bigger and of one.
I heard something from my headphones. What happened?
I said it's that kind of shape.
This tablet, you see that all the buildings seem to be
That
kinda
kinda
small
shaped?
and have little
That's what you
alleyways.
said. You
This
said
seems
the
like a
building is that kind
singular
of shape.
Giant structure.
Oh.
That would probably
Well.
be very difficult to miss.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's difficult describing
I
a
was about to say.
city buried in a cave.
So as you're walking along,
You're doing
that
very well,
path and
though.
you come around the corner, you see a greenstone bit of armor. You see that there is
Cerveza.
a
Are you happy?
40 to 50
I am.
high wall that just
I don't really drink beer all that often
circles,
anymore.
meets the pillar
So,
and disappears.
You just sounded very satisfied with yourself.
Mostly
So I
because
was
there
like-
are greenstone pillars in your way.
I would love to drink while DMing, but it's hard enough to keep track while I'm sober. So,
It's not like these guys make it any easier on you.
To go around the other side of the pillar and make our way to the bridge there.
I mean, it's
We can
alright.
cross
These guys are
over to
good.
the library.
The hardest part is trying to drop the hints to a point where they will catch on. That's like, you might want to look into this. And they
Not
have...
total-
Trotting along, making sure that I
Not
don't
totally avoid one of your buildings.
Well, technically they didn't avoid it. They were very smart in the way they approached that. I'm meaning more that there are at least
So Brick,
3 other things that they could have done along their
As-
journey,
As we walk by, I'm
which
still going,
could have
yes.
proven
So
difficult,
I'm going to have
easy,
maybe
given
4
more
minutes left.
information to some of their
Kip Hack
questions they've
seconds
asked
to
me,
kinda bop boop on
and
show you guys where
they
everyone
chose to ignore
I'll
and
keep it going.
pursue
Are
other
you
targets.
all
So,
moving stealthily? Are you moving normally?
but that's the game.
And I hope
Yeah.
everyone's walking behind me.
Okay.
Stealth.
Everybody roll a stealth check.
Oh. That's not as good, but it's all right.
Vanera normally
getting
rolls in
past
D&D
without a
Beyond,
trace?
right?
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, she would probably do pass without a trace.
I also kind of
Fire
forgot,
it off.
Good.
It's not gonna help you.
because I was rolling for her,
That's 10, right?
Yes.
the dice noises can be heard coming through my through my stuff.
Yes.
Oh, I don't mind. I love hearing it.
For everyone?
I just meant as far as the audio podcast people, you'll just hear around like wait as the dice disappear.
Well. Shit. Does
Wasn't it on her
charges?
It's a staff
That's on her
for
woodland
fire.
staff.
I'm aware of that. Oh no, pass without a trace is just at will. It doesn't take any charges. Fucking
Oh, wow.
dope.
That's a really... I need to look at that staff again, because
Well,
apparently
she
Pass
can't
Without a
tell
Trace does not use any charges on that staff,
Thank you.
and she can
That's
literally just cast
busted.
it whenever.
To do a stealth
Yeah.
check, so, whoop.
Which means I'm never going to have a surprise round, because no one's ever going to fucking find you all.
For Vanera. What did everyone else get?
17.
17?
I mean, I don't know. Pulling
14?
Zahn through the door by his ears is pretty damn surprising.
21 if we're adding 10.
21?
True.
Yes.
But they weren't using Pass Without a Trace either.
30? Kasumi?
I only got a 22.
Oh.
Only got a 22? Oh,
I rolled a 2.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
rolled a
Brick rolled
3.
4.
I rolled a 2.
Sadness.
Has 11.
She doesn't have reliable talent yet either.
Pez, out of instinct,
Wait.
matches his footsteps to Kip Hack's so that any
Does she not?
footfall sounds like one singular
When do you get
person.
reliable talent? Is that level 10?
Brick is a little bit distracted, Bebop hooping with his arm, but Vanera is focused and is keeping both of you on track. As you all continue along through the city, you see
Just look
more
further down in
structures,
the
more
Discord,
doors.
and
You also
apparently
see a
Kayla's yelling at her
smaller
Roomba.
stone column lifted up.
Is she?
as Kip Hack
Yeah, she says, Roomba, why are you coming out? Go home!
And as you all join him in rounding the corner, you start to hear the babbling sound of water as you get a little bit closer to the supposed canal. If that is what your canals sound like, I am concerned.
Babble, 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 babble.
Babble!
So here's a question.
Babble, babble, babble,
Uh-huh.
babble.
A lot of mushrooms grow near like water sources. Would it make it thicker of the mushrooms near the water sources?
I'd lick the pillar.
Yes, but this is also,
Gonna get fucking cut.
fantasy.
Yeah. True.
Okay,
So, this isn't really spoilery because they've kind of encountered it already,
looks like he's about
but
to lead you
the
towards a bridge ahead
the
of you.
subtle hint for
He
me
just
leading them in the right
right
direction,
and kind of like
the more mushrooms means you're getting closer
as you were
to
walking
danger.
along, you have no
Gotcha.
choice but to trod upon the mushrooms.
And no,
that seem to be
reliable talent
clustering
is at
around the
11th
base
level.
of
I
this
was close.
pillar.
I don't even know what that
Kip
is.
Hack generally
Reliable
seems to
talent
be,
is a rogue skill. At 11th level, so long as you are proficient in a skill, if you roll a 9 or less,
as you
it automatically goes up to a 10.
That's cool.
Which, as a rogue, for sneak and such,
right,
where you've got a plus 10,
another stretch of road that seems a little
if
bit
you're
more
sneaking, it's
zigzaggy.
basically always going to be a 20 unless you roll a nat
As
1.
you
I find it very funny because if that's the way that talent works, I'm really happy I don't play a rogue because I would literally never roll bad ever.
Well, you have to be proficient.
I think
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
stuff
now
is
that,
kinda
Yeah,
see, that
it's
makes
not
sense.
it's not any skill.
revealed it or not.
So-
It stops right here.
Athletics, intimidation,
But you do see a
perception,
bridge.
persuasion,
We
religion.
can see half the bridge. Yeah.
Why is Kasumi
That's
in there?
what would work for you.
Because she's
Zahn.
in fox form. Leave her alone.
Well, I understand. No,
What?
that I understand. But like, I'm actually. I
Why
moused
do you
over
have a
this and there's
skill that's
something really
literally
good
just
in
called
character right
rolling a
here.
20?
I added it as a
Kasumi when I
meme.
mouse over it.
She's
It's in the
under.
little
She's
tray.
in the tray underneath.
Additional
Oh,
change
okay,
to
yeah.
roll a 20 on a
I had to
d20?
make
Makes
this
sense.
big
Yep.
for everyone's model to fit.
fuck
and
does
be
that
easily
mean?
Seen.
I was just so confused. I'm like,
Means
Yeah,
on a
like,
d20, I have a
if you
plus
look
8
off to the
a
side
plus
of the
8%
screen,
chance
it's
to roll a 20.
literally level on the lights that are usually on the corners of the table.
I made it. It's custom. It really doesn't mean anything. It's just a
Dark
meme.
Kasumi, like Dark Link.
I guess
had to
if
select
it
a bunch of the
amuses
squares
you
and
and you're
turn
not
them
using
black,
it for
so
something
we're
you
probably
shouldn't
gonna have to
be.
fix that whenever
No.
this board's gone again.
I
So
am evil Kitsune now.
So the other thing that you all notice as you were looking towards the bridge is compared to the other parts of the city on the ground where the mushrooms were small and kind of scattered, you suddenly realize that they're much bigger and they're a little bit more prevalent now.
And that's to our right if we walk out of this, or this is just kind
To
of
your,
the whole
to your
area
left
around?
towards the canal.
Okay.
Oh,
I hope.
Just on the.
that's my bank. That bitch doesn't want to let me make any transactions.
Wait,
And,
which bank?
for the people watching the VOD, this is what they are seeing, by the way. I have a special view to see past everything else, so they see nothing. But I have no way of,
Cheater.
I have no way of streaming it that way, so I realize that I don't think I've ever shown what they're actually getting to see. So there you go.
Oh.
Hell. Lots of hell. So, you all arrive at the canal. You see Kip Hack
It
heading for a
burns.
bridge, and the mushrooms are getting
And it
larger.
burns, burns, burns.
The ring of fire.
To avoid them.
The ring of
I
fire.
keep my eyes open, still trailing behind, making sure nothing's following us.
I just realized that someone labeled the fox fluff butt of cute in all caps.
Oh.
Aww.
Models like that.
Gay.
It's always Nim.
Very gay,
So...
but very cute.
It's always them.
Can't prove anything.
By the way that you smiled and giggled, yes, I can.
Bit to nothing.
As you all
I played the
continue
fifth.
along, I need everyone to make another stealth check as we advance. Pass without a trace is still there.
Hey.
21.
Another 21 for Vanilla too.
16.
16.
17.
Oh, yeah, there goes the dice disappearing from my page. Wee.
It's like, it's so mythical.
37.
Well, they kind of get slurped up into their own black hole.
She ascends. She teleports to the destination.
Somehow she slides underneath the mushrooms. It's fucking wild.
She turns into a cat.
Speaking of her cat, one of my coworkers, whenever we're having a Zoom meeting, her
Yes,
cats
they're-
always
they're a
pop up
little
to
bit
say
more
hi.
obnoxious.
And I was telling her, because she was complaining that her cat
Foxes are just
always
cats
pops
right
up
now, dogs
during
aren't.
meetings and just has to get in the way. I was like,
Pretty
oh,
much.
don't worry. 26 sessions of D&D and not once has a cat not trying to show its asshole on stream.
Quietly.
Right?
Kipak in the lead as he seems to
So I got Zeke
knows the
for his
streets. He may not
birthday
remember every single
a
building,
shirt
but,
that says cat
the way that he's walking,
like #1 cat
there's a
dad
bit of
according to Tinker.
confidence to his stride. He seems
And
to
so like and it has like
know
a
what
cat
he's
and a
doing.
person fist bumping.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if he does not wear this in public once, I will be so sad.
all
Sorry, it's
approach the
that
canal.
wall again.
You see more buildings, more structures. The mushrooms are clogging the streets. There's barely a place to step. And as you cross the bridge, there's a scent that seems to become stronger. And you're only now starting
Forgot
to
about
realize
this.
that you've been smelling this before, but it would seem the current of the canal is potentially wafting the smell away from you. As you all gather on the other side of the bridge, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ruh-roh.
My constitution's here. My wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay. +4. 18. Okay.
Oh.
Would I have the opportunity to put on my mask before, like, doing this?
Was that
But
the
you already had it
I
on.
would
Dice?
say at this point in
That no,
time,
the whip. Yeah, that's the
Yep.
dice.
no.
I was rolling for Vanera and D&D Beyond because that's what she usually does.
yeah.
So I figured instead of adding my
For the
shitty
purposes
roll chance, I would
of
let D&D
knowing
Beyond
what to
handle
roll,
it.
Or if I need to roll.
Fair.
Brick is resistant to poison and immune to disease.
Right. Let me check on that real quick. Make sure.
He thought he was gonna get out of
Don't
this.
worry, guys. Brick just farted.
Smells like CO2 in here.
It's the alcohol from last night.
What is it? It's WD-40.
He piddles.
What are your resistances? What are your resistances again, Brick?
Resistant to poison, immune to disease.
Okay. You still need to make a Constitution save.
You still need to stay 6
Dun,
feet
dun, dun.
apart from me, because I don't want to get the Rona.
The Rona.
Son just walks up. What?
Jeez. Okay. Not
I'm
great.
curious. Are you guys scared whenever you hear me click my pen and I start to write?
11.
Okay.
How is that a huge save?
No,
Zon,
my
Zon, what was
modifier.
yours?
18.
18. Kipak?
Kip got a natty 1.
Natty 1.
Ooh,
Kasumi?
Blah, blah, blah.
14.
We start hearing the Rugrats theme song in our head.
Pez, what did you get?
The Yocho.
Do 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 do
Okay.
do 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 do.
Oh.
Okay.
I love the fact that the grandfather kept renting pornos that he fell asleep to on the couch, and that makes me happy.
Much like when you were wandering through the desert above during a sandstorm, you just feel something sticking to the inside of your nostrils. It doesn't hurt, but it's uncomfortable, and you are
Yeah,
definitely
Nim,
able
that looks
to
great.
notice it.
I think I'll love that.
Rick,
Hey,
you, instead of feeling it in your nose, you kind of more
Sweet.
feel it in your joints, where the sand was kind of getting in. Just
His dead eyes see
being,
all.
an annoyance. But
Nim is
as of right now,
once again being a saint and helping us out with 3D stuff to get imported into tabletop. So
Do I get the
He's
same
awesome.
vibe?
super massive thank you.
Rex?
Oh, without any spoilers
Mhm.
and no pressure whatsoever, I'm just curious. Have you made any progress on the
Dig
thing?
around in that thing.
you were,
Very
it was
slight progress.
foul.
Still gathering more reference images.
Gotcha.
Do you need help researching something or finding reference images or whatever? Let me know. Because that's like my strong suit. That's the point I live in, is
Damn.
researching.
20. You definitely catch a hint of decay. It's not quite to the extent of a living carcass.
Nim, if there are any assets that
but
you
more
come
along
across
the
that you
lines
want, let me
of,
know
Mhm.
so I can get them for you.
Something that had long been
Okay.
dead, kind of loam of a forest.
Thankfully, we still have quite a while before that is a
fucking desert.
potential thing. I foresee at least
Boiled mushrooms.
But you've
two,
been in
maybe three more
mines,
sessions
you
down here.
smelled that dank dampness, something
So that's
crawling
another
and
month
covered in
and a half
dye
at
that's
least.
Kind of molding quietly in a corner. It's that, but strong.
Or if we just fucking pre-record like
Just a little bit stronger.
3 days in a row and just knock out an entire month
Compared to
because of
diving
schedule
into
conflicts.
The zombie Rex, this isn't bad at all.
I don't
but
know
it's
when
definitely noticeable.
PAX falls
I hope that answers your
That's a good
for,
point.
for us.
That is a great
Smell
point.
death.
PAX East, is it?
You have night
Because I fly
vision,
out
correct?
4:20 and come back
Okay.
4:25.
You lean over the edge of the bridge and you take a
Oh,
look.
that's April, so
Okay.
Unless you wanted to actually physically go up to the water right around here and get a good look at it versus being on a bridge.
well,
That's
good
up
news.
to you.
PAX is on our off week.
I was about to say, keep
Oh,
in mind,
sweet.
my hand
Okay.
is still light.
That's convenient.
Where's my investigation? Here it is. I'm gonna stay on the bridge. I don't want to get too close to the water, especially with how it smells. 15.
15.
Ian, you know what I thought about the
With a
other day
little bit of
with
light,
regards
because you
to
can ask
the
for,
campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Zahn to hold
Is,
light over, you just kinda hopped up on the edge of the
I was thinking of
bridge,
the
little
Ron
pause, and
Dahl
looked over.
short story
It
where the
looks
guy, every time you would pick a
remarkably
flower or
clear.
take down a tree, he would hear it screaming.
Anywhere that the light
And he's like the only
touches
person in the
you,
world
you're
who
able to
could
see
hear
straight
plants
to the
and
light.
how like they suffered like people. And I don't know
Nothing
why,
has
but I was thinking
disturbed
of like
those
every
waters
time
in
you
the
break a
setting of
mushroom, all you hear is
in decades, centuries.
I think your CRISPR cut you off, whatever noise you're making.
panic screaming.
Ah, got it.
But that's I don't know, like I don't even know what brought that thought on, but I was like, that would be hilarious if like Vanera trying to talk to plants and all she hears is like panic screaming.
He definitely has bath toys, for sure.
Bye-bye.
Kipak absolutely has a Cthulhu rubber ducky.
Yes,
And
they sell those and everything.
Did I get anything?
Let me just post.
Happen to me?
Every sign has a story except this one. This one is a result of me being reminded that every sign has a story, and I wanted to fuck with people. What?
I would like to keep going.
Aww.
Also at the ready, BG Dog.
See, anyone listening to this commentary, if you were on the Discord, you would see exactly what we're talking about.
Sure.
You should join the
take a
Discord.
second,
It's free.
find a piece of cloth
We're
in
all
your
pretty
bag,
cool people, I like to think.
Wrap it around your head like a
That's fine.
like a turban. You're on the move, so it's not as neat, and maybe not as tight as you would like, but you're hoping that maybe it does something.
What is this? This is not what I was expecting.
Okay, so
What?
you all begin to advance further into this second part
Oh,
of
there we
the
go.
city. You are all proceeding slowly. Okay, Brick, since everyone paused at the bridge, you finally finish your ritual casting of comprehend languages.
Okay, and I'll stay up for an hour if we encounter any writing.
Okay. As you were walking by some of these buildings, a few of them you see stone plaques by the front doors, and etched upon them are the names of the buildings in the language that you, until recently, didn't understand.
And I always feel when we're doing this that
So as we were passing by,
it's going by so
these
quickly, but
structures,
it was like 3 hours.
you can let me know if you want
Yeah.
to investigate further.
Yeah, it
both the
is.
small buildings, no, but any like the big buildings, like on our right, I'll take a look.
Okay. On your right, as soon as you pass the bridge,
Why not the small
you
buildings?
glance over with your bound hands, and you see
Size
the
complex.
word "in."
Hmm?
He's a size complex.
And that is the one that is to your right.
In all fairness, all he is
Seems
doing
to
is
be,
reading
have
the
a slanted wall
signs.
going along the edge of
Yes.
the canal.
But what if there's like a mom and pop bookstore and that's where all the occult stuff is?
So you
What
all
if
are
there's
continuing
like a
forward
small
in your
one that's like the
group
Mushroom
stealth
Emporium?
check, which you are now
He wouldn't know.
Nope. You can share your thoughts with him
Mira's, passed
Well,
over.
I
in the
am.
Fools and
You think
Flagons
I'm-
Discord.
You think I'm not sharing my thoughts with him right now?
Are you
That's
texting
when I
him?
got my nat 20
Yes.
on a disadvantage roll.
Is he? He's doing a show? Is this rehearsals?
Remember to add
No,
chat.
this is a
That'd be a
he's
15.
doing a thing where he gets to be Star Lord for 5 hours with a bunch of children
What's 91 plus 10?
and
Oh,
do a
s-
whole like
That
choreographed
would
fight
be
scene
an
and crap.
11.
This is the play thing that he's been.
No, this is a
year's
different
the
thing. He got a second job,
Oh.
and so he gets to do superheroes and stuff like that, and go do like corporate events.
Aw.
25.
Yeah. So he's
pretty
doing one
cool.
today and he's doing one
Okay.
tomorrow. So today he's Star Lord and
As a
tomorrow he's
whole,
Deadpool.
It was a
I remember
success.
having a conversation with him.
Since you were all moving
We were
slowly, and
playing
even keeping
Borderlands,
you are
and we
feeling a
ran
sense of
into
unease
Mr.
as
Torg,
you
and he was like, "Oh man, I want to cosplay as him," and we were like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, I just gotta bulk up." It's like, "Dude, have you seen Mr. Torg?" And he's like,
on a particularly
"No," and we showed him. He's like, "Yeah, there's no fucking way."
glance over your shoulder to make sure that your new friends were in
I'm
fact
assuming you don't know who
not
Mr.
actually-
Torg is
actually
either, do
there.
you, Becca?
Looking it up, you think I'm not?
It is
As
Torgue.
you step, foot goes out from
T-O-R.
under view, arms flailing, but Pez is behind you. He's able to put both hands up on your back, and even Kasumi has bitten
Yeah,
down
no.
on the edge of your rope.
Yeah.
Full tilt back like dog fighting a chew toy, trying to keep you.
He has like sad
Don't
man
ask him to
boobs.
see
Not even like good man boobs, just sad man boobs.
He has some of the best lines in Borderlands, though.
Hear the
Does he?
slip in the-
Oh
in your
yeah,
brains you hear a
screaming the whole time.
and you all immediately stop thinking.
I can do innuendos too! Blowjobs!
There was no actual sound.
I was trying to convince Zeke to do Gambit because I got the rogue costume. And he's like, I don't want to be Gambit. And I'm like,
Oh, dude, I know one that you could do.
He would make such a
Why?
good Gambit, though.
and I'm like, really? You don't want to cosplay with me? And I'm like, that's when I showed him the costume because I just got it. And he's like, I might want to be Gambit. I'm like, no, you already told me no.
Oh, your rogue one? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were. What were we doing with him, Zach? We were playing Destiny. He was like, oh. And we're like, Becca walked past naked again, didn't she? She's like, no, she was in a rogue costume. He's like, do you need a minute? He's like,
Ventured further into
No.
It's not like he came and hung out with me afterwards anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I literally was just like, because I was really proud, because I've lost 50 pounds since November.
Oh shit.
And so, like, yeah, so I was like 217 and I'm down to like 170 or 160 something. So my goal was that by May for the Comic-Con, I wanted to be 150 and I would be able to fit in the rogue costume. But I didn't realize that part of the weight that I hadn't lost was all muscle, like I gained muscle weight, basically. So I fit in the rogue costume now. So I bought it knowing I was way too big for it. And now I fit in it, so I was like all proud. So I was like, "Look, I can fit in it."
And you didn't take a picture to share with us? What the hell?
Well, he was
we
busy.
have a cosplay section.
I know, but it wasn't like the full cosplay. I didn't do the hair.
I don't care.
I literally just got it on, and then, like I said, he was busy with you guys, so I didn't want to make him stop and get up and come out and take a picture of me in it.
No. You stop his ass to take cosplay pictures. Please.
Okay. Next time.
No. I mean, honestly, and Kirsten may never hear this, but she was our big cosplayer for a while. But then, then COVID hit. So she always felt a little... Insecure is the wrong word, but I can't think of anything else to really relate to that. She felt bad that she was the only one posting stuff in cosplay. It's like, no, post everything you want, wherever you want. That's what it's here for. So if she sees someone else posting cosplay stuff, I think that'll get her back in gear and probably make her kind of re-spark that interest, especially now that she's got her new job and all.
Yeah. I will say this. So as much as I give Zeke shit about a lot of things, like...
Don't we all?
Yeah. But I will say this, though. Like, I was never really particularly happy with how I looked. And I've never had a partner who made me not feel like shit about my body. And there's never been an opportunity that Zeke hasn't told me how much he loves me and how he does enjoy how I look, even when I was 217. Like, he's never made me feel ugly, like I thought of myself as being. He's always made me feel beautiful. So, like, 7 or 8 months ago, I wouldn't even thought about buying the cosplay, even though I've helped other people with their cosplays, because I didn't feel confident enough for it, and Zeke has made me feel confident enough to actually buy my first cosplay in years since I gained the weight after my brain injury. So I will give him that, even if he is a dipshit when it comes to doing some of the stuff in the games.
I wanted to say something really mean, but at the same time, I was like, this is a really heartfelt moment. I really should just let this one go. It was about Zeke, not you.
So, but I will give him that. Like,
yeah. No, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. We know. We're fucking sickened by it. All the mushy talk that you guys say to each other. Oh my god! No, it's fine. It's really fucking adorable.
No, I like his first statement.
No, he
fucking hippies.
He is legitimately head over heels for you.
And then a similar orientation from the one below.
That makes me happy. And like I said, and I've told him this a couple times, like, there's never been a day that we've been together that he has made me feel unimportant. So,
yeah,
and that's a new feeling for me. Like, even with some of my family, and I love them dearly, but like, my mom doesn't always know when she's saying something that sounds like she's tearing someone down. And I've lived with that my whole life, and like I said, there's never been a statement Zeke has made, even though he's sometimes a dork.
He's a bit of an idiot.
I forgot what he said the other day, and he was on Discord, and I brought him food. I made him ravioli. I mixed the sauces that he likes and made him ravioli, and I came in to drop it off, and he was talking to Metal, and he's like, I wish I lived in the Sims house. That seems like such a cool place to live, as I'm bringing him food.
I think I remember that.
And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, you would be there. I'm like, I am not in the Sims house. And he's like, you don't know that. I'm like, yes, I do. I know for a fact I am not in the Sims house. And he's like,
emotive is the word I was looking
I'd bring you. It's fine. And I'm like...
We're all standing in this intersection.
Well, here's some good news for you. Zeke has stopped playing video games to be with you.
Should we continue?
Aw.
That is a good
As you
sign
go to say
for
this,
you.
I realize that Kipax is already
That is. It's kind of that
No,
kind of
it's
makes
a
me
bad-
sad.
No,
That
no, no, that's a bad sign. No, don't enable her problems or his problems.
well, I mean, to be fair,
Oh, I forgot
literally-
about that. Sorry, Pez just launched Hamburger into the fog of war.
Hamburger was yeeted into the fog of war. Never
Oh,
to be seen
baby,
again.
come back.
He saw
No!
blood and he fucking.
Well, because what you have to understand is that on the stream, I can see where it went. To them, Hamburger just went into a gray void and vanished, clucking the whole way.
Oh, Hamburger, come back.
I brought him back. It's fine.
Time being, we will let the previous
That's so sad.
roll, endure, I guess.
No, but we literally have short charts for the two of us individually, and then like a house thing that has to be done. And his actually has, because I wrote on there, play
There's a time
online 2 days a week with friends, because like otherwise he like
Oh, is it floating a little bit?
overly stresses himself, and he's like, well, I want to spend all this time with you, and I'm like,
the
go
tile
talk to
is
the boys
inside
and
of-
get online, for the love of God.
Oh, so you.
I need some me time.
It's not even that. It's just that he gets so full of energy, and you can tell like his body wants to run into here and play video games, but he's trying so hard to be with me, and I'm like, you're literally gonna tear yourself into two different people. Just go. Just
We
go.
laugh.
On your left, there seems to be.
I mean, I kind of
for lack of a
kinda
better
feel
word, a
bad,
circular
too, 'cause
sort of tower.
he wants to play Valheim and he wants to play Destiny, and at the very least, you know, we kind of play that, but. I mean, Guild Wars is like my favorite game of all time, and the new DLC has just come out, and like I got off to help him with one quick boss, and then I immediately bailed, and it's like I'm sorry, dude, but you don't like MMOs, and I understand that, but like this is my jam, dude. I'm going to be geeking out about this for a long time.
So I'm not gonna lie. So he when we moved in together, he let me use his old gaming PC. That
I
very
remember.
quickly sounded like it was a dying horse.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we remember.
But the reason I was willing to spend so much money and get a new PC, even though we had technically a functioning one, was because he was so excited that I was willing to come in and play Destiny and Valheim and things like that with him. And
Yeah.
he was saying like the guys get really excited about these other games, and he's like, I know they're gonna come back to it, but I kind of like just being able to play with somebody and just like do stupid things and adventures. And I was like, God damn it. Which is why, like, over $1,500 later, I have a new computer that can keep up so I can play Valheim and Destiny. Even though
Yeah.
I've turned into a total murder hobo and enjoy just blowing
Hey.
everything up.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Right.
How are those shrooms looking?
Did I ever tell you the Distractionist story?
Far more here than you have yet seen.
So, Cheese and I, we roomed together in college with another guy that we went to high school with, Stephen Payton. They were both called Steven, so we called the one Stephen or Peyton, and we called Cheese Cheese. Well, I always called Cheese Cheese, and everyone else just started doing it because I never fucking stopped. His last name was Palmisano when I first met him, and well, I mean, it didn't fucking change after I met him, idiot.
You don't know. He could have took it as like a wife's name
I
or
like
some
how
shit.
Ian says
He
he was
didn't.
the first person to call him Cheese. People have called him.
I
Cheese
never
Babe.
said that I was the first person to call him Cheese. I'm the one that called him Cheese, and it really stuck for everybody.
Oh,
I thought he said Parmesan when I first met him. And I was really confused, and and he was like, no, Parmesan, and it's like, oh, well, I don't know why I started calling him Cheese, but I did. Anyway, beside the point. So we both had Xboxes, and we were always playing Halo and shit together. And since we were rooming with Peyton, he's very much a sports nut. He was really like buckled down trying to get a job and all this, but he still wanted to do stuff with us. So he had a job, he was making money, and he had enough, and he eventually got himself an Xbox. Well, he'd never been a real gamer up until that point, so he didn't have the finger dexterity. So, you know, we're used to moving and looking and shooting with, you know, moving 10 fingers independently of each other.
Yeah.
Well, he first got on, and he didn't have a username because he hadn't been in that world. He didn't know what he wanted to call himself. So when we started Halo Reach, from the very beginning, Cheese and I knew exactly what to do. So of course we would stand back and let him go because we knew if he died, he would respawn.
Oh wow.
The only thing he was able to do is one finger per hand when he started. He would push forward on the joystick to run in a straight line, and he would hold down the trigger with his right hand. And he couldn't do any more than that. So he would literally see enemies, slowly turn, face them, stick forward, trigger, keep going. He would either run out of ammo or not see anything anymore, and then he would stop with his right thumb. He would turn back until he saw an enemy, then forward, trigger. That was it for like the first month that we played.
You know what? You did tell me this because you showed me a game online, I think, on YouTube when I was over at your guys' house of him doing it.
Maybe. I don't quite remember that.
There was like some I forget what game it was, but there was like some weird bear weasel thing in a cave, and then all you hear.
That wasn't him. That was someone else.
Wasn't him?
That was someone else.
Who did the exact same thing?
Well, so this what we were playing was Halo, and we started calling him the Distractionist because Cheese and I realized that if he sprints forward, then all the enemies turn and face him, and then we just get to unload on them. So we're like, you're the Distractionist. Go on, go play. We'll mop up. If you die, don't worry, you'll be back. No, the one you're talking about is an Arc, and that was metal. Kiphack here. He ran ahead and spawned like 4 Polovias and started to get eaten. So as he's panicking and we're rushing to save him, this prick comes sprinting down the hallway like, save me, save me! While the fucking Macy's Day Parade of Teeth is behind him and just erases us from existence. And of course, that dumbass survives. Oh, and I also shot Max in the back of the head because he jumped in front of my shotgun.
That one too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so kind of jumping back to the D&D session that we're supposed to be commenting on.
Sorry.
They have finally arrived at the library that they've been trying to find, hoping to find history or records of this creature from before. This is for Becca, who is seeing the session for the first time. So, yeah. And this is the explanation why the door squeaked and the cabinet did not.
Also, sorry for my random commentary in case you actually do post
No,
this.
no, I am absolutely going to post this. I was more worried that it was going to be a lot of dead silence and nothing was going to be said.
You should know better. I never shut the hell up.
I didn't know he was going to show up tonight.
Ah. Fair.
Zon's just gonna
but so Becca, for you, since we were kind of talking, what I explained there is the reason that when Brick opened the main door and nothing happened, but the cabinet did, is Kiphack has frequented these buildings so often that the door hinges are clear. They're clean. They've been used constantly.
That's what I figured.
The cabinet, however, Kiphack had no reason to go in there.
No. Especially if he considers a lot of these mirrored face people to be like his friends. I feel like he would probably see that as an invasion of their privacy to go in some of those cabinets and stuff. So I kind of figured he probably isn't going through their things.
I had so much fun coming up with these. I literally have a full-blown list of like backstory and like current story for every single one of these fucking straw mannequins.
That's like one of the saddest things, but at the same time, it was brilliant. But they break my heart. And like...
Sorry.
What's that?
I'm not gonna lie, the literal like temptation for me not to kill one of them, or I guess quote unquote kill one of them, is so pathetically high.
I forget.
Why?
He's mute for a minute now.
Because Zon's an asshole.
Well,
No, I'm not an asshole. I'm
No,
a
not you,
realist in that
Zon.
aspect.
Sorry, when I say mute, I mean like he.
They're his little comfort buddies. You leave his comfort buddies alone.
Those comfort buddies are gonna be missing heads by the time I'm leaving this place.
Which makes no sense to anyone else but you. But as you look at him, you start moving your hands in funny symbols, like you're communicating.
Oh, so that straw dummy, Becca, is quote-unquote mute, so he has to speak in sign language, so Kiphack literally walks up to this mirrored mannequin and just starts wiggling his hands as if he knows sign language.
Aw.
Okay. So as you all entering the
All right,
front
beer
foyer,
refill. Because fucking why not? It's
Exactly.
Friday.
Live your best life.
All right, Zahn is the last one in. You see him very slowly start to move the door. It's quiet. A little quicker, and the latch is shut. So you're all in the front room.
Funny story about
Library.
being an adult.
The only light is from Zahn's hand.
Recently, like when I say recently, I mean like yesterday, I joined a new guild in Guild Wars because they were helping us do a really, really hard event in the game. So been in there chatting with them because they're all like really nice people, and it's bizarre to be in a call of like 50 people all at once. It can be a bit chaotic, but they're all really, really good people. And for the longest time, apart from Cheese, I have been the oldest of our friend group of everyone in the Discord here. And Cheese is he's older than me by like a couple months, I
Actually go for the
think.
closet door just to check.
But it was just
I'm
kind
really
of
dazed within your age.
Cheese?
I turned the light.
Me.
Oh, you. Yeah, well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Cheese.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just kind of weird to see someone just as excited and just as nerdy about Guild Wars, but he's like 40. It's like, I'm not the old one anymore.
Not the ancient bringer of the facts.
Quite a large
Yes.
open area.
Oh, this part gets
And at this point,
interesting.
Kip, you're. feel
How
fairly
mad am I
confident
going to
since
be?
both doors were
Uh,
closed that
Actually had nothing to do with Brick.
nothing nefarious going on.
Oh, that doesn't answer my question.
You stride on
So-
inside.
I turned to everyone and literally, like, I realize that I don't make any noise, but even my mind brain is whispering, which is a fucking first, and I'm just like, very quiet in the library. Josephina really doesn't like you making any noise in the library.
Huh?
But I don't like books, usually.
Quiet in the library, goddammit.
Get back. As you turn back and say this to them, Pez is in the doorway.
Oh.
And through the gloom around the side, you see a hand reach out and grab Kip Hack by the collar. And much in the way that Zahn was ripped into the room, you see him grabbed and pulled off to the side.
Fuck. Oh, he's dead. Let's go.
Pez is a cold-blooded killer, man.
Yeah.
Give no shits.
Well, he's dead. Let's go.
Why are you grabbing people? It's a library. It's supposed
He
to be
says
empty.
cheerfully.
Can't get
Okay, so the stream can see this. I could not get this fucker to stand up straight.
All right, well, he's dead to me.
Oh, you know, it's only now that I realize that he might have been toggled in the dead state, which is why I couldn't get him to stand up. So I may have actually just been
Animation.
fucking dumb.
No, because when he goes and decides to die, then anyway.
And it's only now that I'm realizing what Pez was trying to tell me. I was panicking in the moment. It's like, I gotta get these models on the board because it's gonna be a fight. So, Pez, I think you were right.
Kip Hack, my man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Does a 15 hit? Or I'm sorry, a 12.
Well,
wrong.
just hits.
12 just hits. So, those of you looking at Kip Hack, you see him get pulled around to
You know,
the
one of these
side.
days, I need to get a fire pit and do my monthly fireside chat.
That'd be
Cool
cool.
with this? Yeah, we need to do
I
some
use
cook
my
some burgers or
reactions.
something.
And,
Yeah.
If you want to
my
do
first
that
level
with
spell slot
D&D stuff, we
casts
could do that in
shield
VR
on
chat
someone
with
greater
our
than the AC by
models.
5,
Okay.
so that I make it.
Well, more what I was
So
thinking
in your,
is,
Startled
I still have a lot to
pulled
figure
the
out how I
side,
want to
you
do it.
see-
But essentially, I want to get a fire pit in my backyard, and I literally just want to sit out there, have a camera on the fire, so the stream has something nice to look at, and just have a microphone out there to just kind of chat
Like, I'm literally going to just be sitting there talking with people and doing nothing but watching the fire burn for a while.
Be cool.
But the task of getting
Look at these book reading nerds.
getting a cable out there, and I would need a camera that's decent at low light.
I
Would be, well,
misunderstood.
granted,
I
it's a
thought-
fucking
I thought
fire,
Pez was
but
getting yanked from the closet.
As you stepped into the room leading
yeah,
the group,
it's something that I really want to do. I just don't know how
grabbed you as you
to do
turned
it yet.
around to say,
Yeah.
like, welcome to the library.
Fair enough.
Creature,
And cameras are
that you're
not
pulled
cheap.
towards
That's
was
going to be
no
the
bounds
biggest
at
hurdle,
first.
because my XLR cable is long enough. I could literally just sit outside and hold the microphone.
Yeah.
All of you hear that.
And I mean,
exclamation in your
in that sort of a
minds
situation,
as
Zach
you
can come
see
down
another
and say
flash
hi and
from
chat,
inside the
and
room as the
Kayla
team
can come
clamped
over and
down
visit and chat. We
on
could
the
grill,
arcade
like
barrier that
Zach was
he
saying,
raised in the nick of time.
which kind of sucks for you Floridians
I know
and
everyone's rolling initiative.
her Indianapolis lady. Well, not
Madness.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Ooh, that was actually good for once.
And as everyone is rolling initiative, we are going to take a short.
So Becca, while I'm thinking about it,
So we will be right back.
whenever
Grab a
we,
drink, go to
because
the
we
bathroom,
are
do your thing.
eventually going to be, oh, we're taking a break here. If you need to go to the bathroom and everything, now's the time. I think we stay off for like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, well, you had a question, so ask your question first, and then I will go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom first. It's not an important question.
I'll be right back.
Good luck. The other thing I'm going to have to consider with doing our fireside chat is my idea for getting stuff outside is through the window because we don't have a screen. But if it's on a colder day, like during the winter, I don't want all that cold air coming into the house. So I'm trying to think of a way that I can get like a big rubber strip that will seal against the cold, but will have like a little slit in it that I can get cables to go into. So the window will still kind of seal down on top of it, but I can still get shit to be outside.
That's easy enough.
Yeah. The only other question being a microphone, because I can sit there, or I can get like a physical stand-up microphone stand, and attach my boom to it, but that's still only one microphone. So do I get another microphone for that situation, which I don't mind doing if that's something that we do, or is it just kind of a pass the microphone back and forth as we have things to say kind of deal? I don't know yet.
Wireless lavaliers.
I don't know that I would go wireless just because I don't like having to worry about batteries for shit. But having a wired lav might not be a terrible idea. But yeah, that's something that I've been really considering and trying to figure out how to do, and just maybe have it like be a once a month kind of thing. Yeah. I don't really have any plans for like things to talk about, but it would just be, I would hop in the general Discord and I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to see who was in there. I would just hear actually that'd be another problem, is how do I get audio out there to be able to hear people?
Headphones.
And like, well, that's the thing, is would I do headphones? Because if that's the case, then I would need headphones for every person that's out there. Or do I just do like a little speaker? But anyway, things to think about. So now that Becca's back, so we're still in the process of trying to figure out a time that we can all get together to have an in-person session for this. And I feel like it's safe to assume, but I don't like to assume because it makes an ass out of you and me. Would you possibly be coming with Zeke if we do an in-person session?
If he invited me along, I don't see why not.
No girls allowed.
What if we invite you, but not
I was
him?
gonna, yeah.
If you invite me along, there's not a whole lot he can do about it.
Okay. The
You just tell.
whole, well, it's more trying to figure out like where to room people, because we've already talked to Kirsten about this, and she would very likely be bringing James, which means that it would only be for a weekend. Like they would probably come down on a Friday, leave on a Sunday. Which granted, we would probably try to plan it for one of those long weekends, like a Memorial Day or Labor Day kind of thing. But even then, they would still probably be going back on Sunday. I think they said that they would drive it. We were trying to figure out the cheapest way to get everyone here and stay here. So I think currently the idea would be that Pez would bunk up with Vanera, who's also in town and not that terribly far away. And that way Nim gets to be with the puppers and the kitties and the reptiles and all, and just be a happy little kobold. And I mean, at the moment, that would mean that Zeke, Kirsten, James, and potentially you would have to shack up here, which we have an extra bedroom, which is where my computer is and where you guys stayed when you were here last. But that would also mean that one or other of the couples would probably have to shack up on the couch or in the living room.
That being said, I'm okay sleeping on the couch if you need me to.
Right. Well, the other option being is that if you guys brought your air mattress back, and I still need to go and buy an air mattress.
I have extra air mattresses. I have like 5 of them.
Right, but I still need to get one for if we have someone to come visit that doesn't have one. So when Zach's brother and his sister-in-law were here before they moved to California, they actually had an air mattress. We moved the coffee table and we put the air mattress in the little L shape of the sofa, and because of how tall it was, it basically made like a massive bed where someone could be on the sofa and someone could be on the air mattress, and it'd still be like all the same thing.
That's really cool though.
Oh, and we're back.
Change to red.
Yeah. But no, you just tell me what you need me to do, and I am more than happy. I just need to have some heads up because I need someone who's willing to take care of all the animals.
Right, and
Cool. All right.
that's why I wanted to check to see if you were interested, because if you were, then we factor that into
Pez was a 15, Vanera was a
the cards.
4, and Kip was a 21.
Of course, if you all ever came down here, we could take you to the parks.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, a little low.
We're currently planning on it being here just because of the more central
17.
location for everyone involved.
12.
But
Just saying.
if we do it here, I could have multiple cameras, black magic cameras, might I add, and really good audio.
With your arcane shield, it
And
blasted
Disney.
away its mouth.
And Disney.
And Disney.
Or Universal.
Well, and again, we have not picked a day. We don't know when it's going to happen. We definitely want it to happen. So
Your turn.
that's entirely on the table if we want to do that instead.
Like if you guys do come down, I have the front bedroom,
Shield
so
says until the start
Kristen
of my
and
next
James could
turn,
stay in there.
get a +5
And then I have a
AC.
bunk bed that's here
that
in the gaming room, so
Well, it
we
is
could
now
have
the start
someone
of
on the
your
top
turn,
bunk,
so the
someone on the
shield
bottom
is-
bunk. So
Fair
we
enough.
could fit technically.
You know
Four
that Zach is
people.
going to call top bunk, and no one's going to want to be underneath him, right?
I'm kidding.
I also
Well,
have
but at
3
the same
couches.
time, you get your reaction back.
I'm really surprised I didn't get a reaction out of that.
That's true.
Is Steven still there?
Baby.
I think so. Zach, you alive?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Guys are just talking. I'm not gonna talk over you.
I insulted you, and I expected retaliation.
I didn't hear what you said. I was too busy not paying attention to what you were saying because it's
Fair
not
enough.
important.
Solid response.
Fair.
What insult was I given?
I said that you, out of a bunk bed, you would want the top bunk, and no one would want to be underneath you.
Yeah. I would obviously want to talk about because top bunk is where the cool people sleep, and I'm no
It would be
fucking
the
loser.
Bunk Molder Titan, the Molder
Now let's not get
Molder,
ahead of ourselves here.
Pez and Hamburger.
How? Says Pez.
No, it's not gonna work. Sorry, I have so many spells and I was not prepared for combat.
You did not study?
I did not study.
You are in city full of mushroom assholes and you did not prepare for combat?
Does Kip
Silly
seem
goose.
ready for combat?
Assholes.
Kip seems ready for
Kip
a
would
nap.
like to. Kip's ready for nap, not combat. Kip moves over here.
Okay, you will leave his area of influence, so it will get an opportunity to attack against you.
Yeah.
Going to make a claw attack. That is a 15.
15 hits.
Okay. And it is... that is going to be 12 points of slashing damage as you leave its little bubble and it just goes right for you. It cuts your lovely, nice robes that you have kept clean and pristine for centuries.
You're going to pay for that, fucker! Actually, sorry,
Indignant?
instead of there, I would have liked to move here.
Sure.
And I will cast Arms of Hadar at 3rd level.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look, see at that real quick.
I think that's what pretty sure that's the spell I learned on Ren.
At 3rd level, you said?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 10-foot radius from you. Okay, so the strength saving.
I'm just
throw.
super enthralled by the combat now. I don't even really have anything to say.
Let's see what happens then. So that is going to be a Molder Titan.
Little
and a Molder
Nostrian people
Bloom
need to die.
Blasted.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm guessing you put it in between the two ones that are kind of like towards the.
Not that I
It's
don't
from
think
him.
they're
It's
cute and
centered
all,
on me.
but also they
Oh.
need to die in a hole.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
Strength
to
saving
make
throw.
sure.
That is
Well,
going
just
to
be glad you can't see the original artwork for them.
And
They're
a
far less cute.
In the original artwork or now?
Succeed. They take half
Oh, they're
damage,
very
but
cute now.
they
The
still
original
Okay.
artwork is not, not.
I always feel like if you do monsters and they're super cute, it makes it harder to kill them. And I'm like,
on a failed save, they can't take
it's like they
reactions. On a
hesitate
successful
and it's
save,
their
they
own
take half
doom
damage
and
suffer
downfall.
no other
The
effects.
cuteness of the monsters is in relation to what I have available to me to get into Tabletop Simulator without creating something from scratch in Blender.
Have you seen the thing about that?
Do 46
There's this little
and
Australian
have
animal, and I don't even remember what it was, but it was wrapped around this guy's finger. And the original meme was everything in Australia, or not everything in Australia can kill you. It wants to, but it's too small for that. And then someone said, "This is the perfect animal in D&D because you have it be really small and cute, and then it just nukes an entire like group of people."
Well, actually, Zammy, I don't know if you're ever going to see this commentary video. You may, you may not. Gave me a good couple of creatures that, homebrew creatures that I can use.
Really aren't a thing here, huh?
It's cool.
That I'm definitely going to be integrating into certain places because I know at the very least Vanera is going to lose her fucking mind about them.
No, that's it.
Okay. Brick, it is your turn. Pez, you are on deck. Brick, you currently
Right.
have your hands loosely tied with Vanera holding your elbow, and a kobold.
Have you seen the one
you
that they did about the crazy cat
Alright,
lady, like witch, who was like
snap the
combining all
rope
these cats
and
with
move
other animals and
forward.
made like these
Can I
super
get
cute like
around
assassins?
Pez is
Mm-mm.
small
And it
enough
was
that you
like
can step
owl
over
cat
him,
and
but
things
that
like
will be
that.
considered difficult
No,
terrain,
I don't think so.
Sorry, and, kinda
It was pretty cute. There's like a whole little comic series of her like
So yeah, it's
So that'd be
5.
trying to use the
5,
cats as like
15, 20,
to
20,
take over a
just-
town and all they do is sleep all day.
and dead. Armor save.
So you see all these mutant cats just like sleeping.
I am going to use telekinesis to try and shove the molder spawn away from the door so that other people can get through. So he needs to make a strength save of 14.
That is a natural 19 plus 2, so that is going to be a 21.
Okay.
So
Well,
You
That
go
was
through
my-
the door, see the Molder Titan standing there. You use your telekinesis to try to shove it, and it seems to be anticipating it. Grabs the wall with its hand and sort of lurches back slightly.
All right,
Love
let's see
that.
if I remember how to do this.
What are you trying to do?
Interesting.
Spoilers.
Well, in that case,
Mm.
I am going to. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot to roll for Mortar really quick. Hold on.
Hookers.
Mortar's gonna have a
Yeah,
8
what's wrong?
as his initiative. We'll keep track of that. Who is he before and after?
He comes before Vanera and after Kasumi.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to take my 2 attacks on the Molder Spawn and just try to cut him down real quick so I can get out of the way.
Is your telekinesis a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually a little sad at this encounter.
Why?
How so?
That's gonna be a.
I rolled and had something in mind, and when it comes to it,
Yeah, 25
I will show.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the.
Oh, it's because
Oh,
of the
that-
kill stealing.
No, not at all. I don't give a fuck about that.
24. I love these dice. Thank you, Kayla. You can hear me in the ether.
24 hits.
And then
You know, I bet she's not even watching this. She's probably playing League of Legends, not even paying attention.
Yeah, she's in the other chat.
Oh, well, because I specifically said if you guys are playing League and you're going to be yelling, please don't be in here.
5 on the roll plus my modifier, which is 6 and 6, so 12, so 17, all told.
17 points of damage. So you go to shove this creature out of the way, grabs the wall, and as it's kind of leering back up at you, you take 2 swings and you start hacking at it, leaving deep gouges into its fungal, spongy body. But it's still standing.
All right.
There's your bonus action.
The rat
Action.
bastard.
Ooh,
That bastard.
I still have 10 feet of movement left.
That's going to be 5, 15, 20. If you have 30 feet of movement, then yes, you would have 2 more spaces.
5. And I can't move into this space next to me because there's a desk in the way.
I would allow you to jump onto the desk with a dex save if you wanted.
We'll try it. Dex save?
Yes. Well, dexterity check. Do a check.
Dexterity check. That's going to be a 15.
15? Yeah. It's not so much a leap as a just hike the leg
Step.
up, stand on it.
All right, I will step onto the desk to make room for other people and put myself in between the Molder Titan and Kip.
We'll even say that you're kind of Captain Morganing it. One's foot is on the chair, one's on the table desk thing.
Face me. Drink my beer.
Okay. So that is Brick's turn.
I don't think I've ever
And
had
we're
Captain
up.
Morgan,
Zom's
actually.
on deck.
It's not
So,
bad.
I'm
It's
going
not the
to
greatest, but it's not
unleash
bad.
at his full potential. He's only going to go 20%, and he is going to use his action to cast
Hey, Shaggy.
at 2nd level, Summon Beast.
Oh. I was not prepared for this. Okay. What are you summoning?
A small bestial spirit.
Let's scroll on down and find my
choose
beasts.
select, and it will be a
This is the one thing that kind of worries me about doing things in VR chat is I'm not 100% sure if I would have this ready
And how far away
repository
from the summit were you
of
placing it?
models like I will,
I'm
like I
going
do in
to
tabletop.
attack this this goober. So just like right where he is. Perfect.
Okay, so you summon it right in front of. Well, you
He's
can
so
see inside
pink.
the door, and you want it to attack, so you just see it and go right there.
And then that counts as an action, right?
Let me see.
it's one action.
Okay. Then yes, that's your action.
And then it says I get 2 attacks per action. Does that count as one of those?
No,
Oh,
the
I
summoning
see.
of the spell is the full action. If you were taking the attack action, that's 2.
Okay. So that is easy enough. I assume if I walk in, I might get attacked by the Scoober.
It's very possible.
Then I'm going to just
I like how it's a
get
goober.
next to it.
Oh, of
in
course.
its, reach,
Okay.
and that'll be my movement. And then Hamburger is going to, I guess, jump off my head. Will that cause a attack of opportunity?
No, because it used its reaction on Kipak.
Okay. Then Hamburger is going to leap off and join his clone in
Okay.
attacking this thing.
And with that knowledge in mind, that means that you as well would be able to run past it without provoking an opportunity attack if you wanted to clear the doorway. Because you've only moved 5 of your 20, 25?
30.
30.
Sure. So 5, 10,
Still
He
just
sounds
kinda,
doubtful.
15.
I was gonna say, still just have nothing to say. I mean, it's
30.
That would be
combat
the
pretty
target.
standard.
Yes.
All right. Then I will move right here and take cover.
Also, just going through my old campaigns,
Oh.
Dash
we have
in,
officially
summon
surpassed
Hamburger after a creature.
what we were at
and,
with
Kipak
Zeke's
and
campaign.
Brick, you see
Storm
Hamburger
King's Thunder.
seems to shift and just, like,
All of our characters in
singularly,
there were
like,
level 7.
there's
We
2
had
of them,
26
and
sessions.
they're
We are
both
now on
leaping, foaming
27.
at the mouth, going
Actually,
after
next
the
session will be
Molder
28. So,
against the wall.
yeah,
Yay!
we've officially surpassed the first
Badass
campaign.
combat slides underneath Kipak's legs, out the back of his robe.
Huzzah!
Like Marilyn Monroe, like woo!
Oh.
And he's going over behind the desk. Super badass.
Don't look under the robes. We don't know what's there.
More tentacles. So that is your
Vortex.
action, your movement.
I do kind of miss that
Do
campaign and those
the,
characters.
animals get to attack? Or does
After
Oh,
your turn,
I actually
go
just
immediately after.
so the campaign is still there,
Okay,
but
then Pez is
Eliween
done.
is not
Pez is done.
involved. I wonder if he
Let's get
took
the
him out
boss
and used him
boys.
in another game.
let's do Hamburger first. No, let's do Ghost Hamburger first.
Oh, excuse me.
His actions is multi-attack and maul. Multi-attack
Hamburger?
is the beast makes a number of attacks equal
Ghost
to half
Hamburger?
the spell's level. Round it down.
What about
Plus
Hamburger?
action.
Sorry.
He calls him Ghost Hamburger.
You cast at second level. So
Yes.
you
So
get
the
one
pink
attack.
one is a more of a spectral
Yeah, which is maul, I
spirit
assume.
kind of Velociraptor. Looks
Yes.
exactly like Hamburger.
So I need
I
to roll
think he
something
ends up
real
calling
quick.
it Meatloaf.
That is a
Aww.
9.
Right now he's calling
to
it
hit.
Ghost Hamburger, and that's
9 does not
adorable.
hit.
Well, he just spawned it,
Okay.
so he hasn't had
Ghost
time to think.
Hamburger is done.
Does it not get any additions or anything to it?
I don't know what to add to it. Anything to add.
Meatloaf.
If
I like
it's
that.
If it's a little Velociraptor, then let's see. You said it used Maul?
Yes.
If it's a duplicate of Hamburger, it should have Bite or Claw.
I really do need to go through
going
everyone's
off of what
equipped
the,
spells and kind of
summon
be more
is
prepared for
spells.
situations like this.
You sounded
Oh,
very
okay.
shocked when he actually brought him forward.
I mean, I'm in the
Your
grand scheme of
spell
things, I'm still
modifier
very
is
new to
added the
D&D.
hit. So you have your
So
roll plus your spell modifier.
spells that they get and features they get, I'm not immediately aware of.
11 to hit.
So there's a
Still
lot
does
of
not hit, unfortunately.
reading their character pages in the heat of the moment to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Let me check one more thing super quick on that. It does have pack tactics.
All right. Sure. I mean, if you'll allow me to roll again for
Absolutely.
those. All right.
It's your first time using
Abso-fucking-lutely.
a spell. We all need a little help. Everybody gets
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Hey. All right. Okay, hold
So
on.
as they both appear and they go for it, Hamburger, the god tier animal companion, begins chirping and barking orders to its illusory companion. It's like, go for the jugular.
28 plus 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8.
Plus the spell's level, which is a 2. So
10.
it's technically a plus 6. Okay.
Brain hurt.
So it's
4 plus
1d8
6.
plus 4 plus
Right.
2. So it's 10 total.
Yes. Because I rolled a 4. Look, math is hard.
Yes.
Math is hard.
Math is hard when you're in the heat of the moment, being
So,
like, "Oh God!"
illusory Hamburger jumps up, starts gnawing at it, and with the instructions of actual Hamburger. Hamburger
Also,
pack
Hamburger.
tactics.
Nim, I'm just now looking through your character stuff. You do realize that you're not attuned to the
That
Forest
one
Soul Gem,
misses.
right?
That one also misses.
Hold on, let me pull that up.
Second
real quick.
attack.
I can change that.
A miss. Come on, Hamburger.
Thought I was only
Hey,
able
there
to
we go,
attune
that's
to
the
like
point.
2 things.
Nope, 3
Oh,
items.
it's just a natural fucking 20.
I rolled
Inventory.
4 2s for the other ones.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, my big dice don't like me.
Did I have
So,
something else that I was attuned to that I
what is it?
never attuned
1d4 plus
to?
2. Double.
So
On the
2d8
right side, it says items requiring attunement, and there's only 3 listed there, so I don't think so.
4 and 3 is
Dun dun dun.
a number.
Is the mask
7.
something that I need to attune to?
7 plus 2
No,
is 9.
because you have that equipped, and it is not showing up as an attunement item.
So,
So no.
Those of you
That's
within
just
the
there.
library, that would be
I mean, it's a gas mask. If you had to put a gas mask on and go, okay, I got to spend an hour to get this onto my face,
onto the molder room and
it
just
kind of loses the purpose of it
ripping
being a gas
red.
mask.
There's leaves and bits of viscera flying everywhere. Kipak, it's kind of horrific. And you're
I mean,
really glad
I
that
can
Hamburger's on your
attune to
side.
this if
It is
I was
still
just bringing it to your
smooth,
attention.
however.
I'll do it
So,
whenever we
that-
long rest.
Turn finally done.
Technically, you only need a short
no,
rest
no,
to do it.
It's
by the
great.
way.
It's just like, wow.
I'll
I
do it
love
whenever
Hamburger
we
to
short
death.
rest.
Zon, it is your turn. Kasumi, you are on deck.
Come on. WASD work here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Let's
I will
see, has
use
anybody else done
my
something silly? Who am I looking at?
bonus
Brick?
action
Brick.
to hop like a bunny because it's kind of what I do.
I love this part.
One, whoop. Put me right here.
So, Kipak, as you're backing away and getting ready to cast your next spell as the tentacles seep back into your body, you see the bunny. Now, keep in mind, his hand's kind of strobing because he's fucking doing one of these, and he just free willies you, and you're just like, oh. Lands behind. Let me man go. And he leaps over your head to do. What?
I wonder if Brick has used his weapon bond or not.
Let's do Storm Strike at 2nd level. Yeah.
Zach, is it after this that you're disappointed?
It's
1 second.
Necrotic Touch, but it's
Oh,
Storm,
okay.
so I need to roll to hit.
This one stuff one
is
thing die here. I actually
19
like.
plus
I was
8 gonna
curious,
hit.
or I'll wait till this is done. So
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, it does 4d10. I actually have 4d10, so it's awesome. Yeah. If I can only find it. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Wow.
all right, I do need to mute real fast.
17.
And
Okay.
happen.
Points of lightning damage.
Brick has a lot of stuff
And-
he doesn't have
yes,
equipped.
And
Why does he have that?
I'm actually using an ability that I've never gotten to use before.
I can't tell if you're saying that indignantly or if you're saying that like.
Thunderbolt.
Well,
strike.
he has a Staff of the
Whenever I
Woodlands in
feel
his
like I'm
inventory,
just
and I'm
swamp or
assuming
large
that's there
creature
just so
with
that he
15, I'm
can
gonna shove it into the wall
see
behind
what
me as far as I
abilities
can.
are there, but he should not have that.
Okay, so you're shoving it that way.
Yes.
Okay.
He's like,
is that a
"Ooh,
save
shiny
on my
object."
end, or does it
No,
just happen?
it
Yes.
just does it.
Oh, does he have? Oh, he does. Okay, good.
kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking through my notes and I'm like,
See, I'm just gonna laugh as if he decides like one day that Brick is just like a druid, and like all you see are these like robot animals walking around.
Well,
and like
I actually kind of fucked up with the Staff of the Woodland Creatures when I initially gave it to Vanera and let her use it. Technically, she needs to be a druid to use it. But
wham! Right in
I
the
didn't
stomach
see
of
that
this
when I made
creature,
my
shoving
verdict,
it back
so
into the bookshelf.
meh,
Books are
fuck it,
falling off,
I'm the
showering over
DM,
top of it.
suck it.
Zon,
I
if
do
you've
what
seen
I
this happen,
want.
as the
I do
books
what I
hit the
want.
ground, a lot of
no,
them
but
are
literally just like it's kind of like Horizons, where there's like all these like
shelves.
mechanical like animals just walking around, and it's like just Brick.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I was really excited for him to when I brought in the Ceratopper that he bought, that he thought was 4,000, not 40,000. Because I just like the idea of him just turning into a metal Triceratops and just fucking shit up.
Was that a Critical Role reference?
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna
The
bonus
Triceratops?
action, shapeshift out of
No, I literally
Foxtrot
just found this item that was called the Ceratopper, and it's a helmet that you put on, and once every 7 days you can polymorph into a Triceratops.
No, the reason I say that is we were watching the Critical Role.
She's gonna go.
Oh
on
yeah,
Amazon,
yeah. When
and he was so excited when he's like, "It's gonna be a Triceratops! It's gonna be a Triceratops!" And I'm like, "Why are you screaming at me? Like I know it is. Calm down."
Yeah, he that's not where he was supposed to
no,
go.
that I brought the Ceratopper in before I had heard that that session. I'm still currently trying to catch up and finish campaign 1 because I know that campaign 3 makes references to campaign 1.
Yes.
And season 1 of Critical Role ends at like episode 30 or 40 of like 150, and I'm on like 60 at this point, so I'm still technically ahead of the curve.
You're doing good.
I'm doing good, boo. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of listening. It's
Yeah, it
so
is.
much time.
Yep.
So that is 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of
And
piercing
I
damage.
get add my snake attack because my.
Did he just say Joe DiMaggio?
Yes, he is.
All up in his.
Unfortunately, not quite flanking.
I think so, but I'm not sure why.
Because they were saying Damage, and he was like, "Do that, Joe DiMaggio."
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's still fucking dead.
Oh, good.
So you come around the corner and you see Brick on the table, thinking this is gonna be awesome, and you're like, you don't deserve to kill. And you just come in the doorway, see him, and with a precision strike, as it's turned to look at Brick, just right through the head, and you feel your hand become very heavy as it slumps down and face first onto the table, then onto the floor.
Not sure if he's ever made use of war
Rapier just
magic.
slurps right out. Little bit of a black ichor.
Who,
Of course,
Brick?
Brick is just kind of,
I don't. Not from what I remember.
man.
I mean, he doesn't have to make use of every single feature that he's got. It's just kind of idle curiosity. Just snooping through everybody's character sheets.
But that's also like the 9th thing you've mentioned in like 5 minutes.
So that.
Well, I've also been drinking, so I probably am repeating myself.
You still have, I think, a little bit more movement and a bonus action.
No, I used my bonus action.
Ooh,
Oh, right,
Kasumi is
'cause you
all
transformed.
kinds of kitted out.
Thank you for
Damn.
being honest.
So is he completely prone?
Who?
The guy I just killed.
Oh yeah,
He's
dead.
not actually dead on our screen. He's still standing like that.
Oh, is he? I'm sorry. Yeah, he's dead. We're just, he's gone.
Okay. So, she moved 15. Would it be difficult terrain to go over him?
No, it's a little bit spongy. It feels weird, but
Okay. She's gonna move here. and
awesome. Okay. It is now the Molder Titan's turn. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I thought you were about to say. Never mind.
Mortar can wait his turn. It's the DM's turn.
I did not know that. You have the thing
That's
in
a
front of you, I
secretive.
don't.
I will let you know when it is Mortar's turn, sir. Hold your fucking horses. I want to play too.
Good, sir. Shut the hell up.
All right, so with that,
Know thine place, squire.
it's going to
Have 6 of these. Damn.
Bam. 5, 10. These guys are very slow.
Do you not have them open up and look like murder vipers?
Nope.
I could, but I won't.
I'm having my son roll my next dice.
Have you done test rolls? Is he doing well?
Hmm.
No, might as well fucking have a look.
Okay, bye. All right. So
Interesting.
He's not rolling anymore.
Bring it on.
bring it on. All right. The Molder Titans are going.
He's not
to
rolling
attack you.
anymore.
The one on your left is going to make an entangling bite attack. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Negative.
Why?
Does not hit. The other one is going to make.
So Zeke got all my text
you know what, it's gonna
messages
try to
from
bite you too,
earlier,
'cause you just punched him in the chest.
and
Let's see what
he's
happens.
like, "Why am I
That
in
is going to
trouble?
be
I
an
haven't
18.
done anything." And I'm like, "The cabinet," and he's like, "Oh, for the
Nope.
fuck's
What's the
sakes."
plus Okay, cool.
Okay,
And
so
that's why it didn't hit me.
So you see,
I just
this-
found out
these
that
creatures
Vanera's
coming up to bite
encumbered.
you and consume
I
you,
have to
even though
turn.
you're seeing
Gonna
these
have to,
wriggling, writhing.
get
multiple
onto
ones
her
coming
about
towards
that.
You. You see the big one on Zon's
Dun
left
dun
coming towards him,
dun.
and
Yeah.
because of the power of friendship, you call out his name to warn him just to make sure, and he
Power of
swats the one away
friendship.
and blocks the
Like
other with his
every
sword as they both try to bite
childhood
down on him. He goes,
anime
"Thank
ever.
you to me." No, however you want to say
Yep.
thank you if you want to.
All of a sudden, I'm stupid now.
Yes. Well, I'm mocking you as a person because that's how you say thank you sometimes. I couldn't think of how Zon would say it. I'm trying to be funny, damn it, not accurate. Okay, so that is their turn gone. The Molder blooms now.
So there.
You want to have fun or do you want to make sense?
Be our gears.
How dare you bring
He's
logic
going
into our
to
D&D game?
One for Hamburger, Kraken for the other one. Whoop, there it goes.
Not anymore.
I actually can't see what that is. I'll be right back.
Quick, while he's away, let's kill everything.
Hurry, quick.
Working
Cross
on
him
it.
off the board.
Unfortunate. It's going after Hamburger.
Oh.
I gotta figure out a better way to roll a D2.
Yeah, but no.
So it is going to make a pummel attack on the OG. But
That's
I'm assuming
original
a 7
gangster
does
for
not
all
hit.
you white people.
Okay, so OG Hamburger is fine.
Yeah, dog. Tell them.
Done. The one Molder Bloom that can actually reach you.
I feel like that was somehow vaguely racist.
Listen, I'm about as white as it comes. I think I'm allowed to make fun of my own people.
No, I meant
No, it
the
doesn't hit.
dog thing.
You're
Oh, well,
looking at it, you're like,
no, it's
really?
not.
Again? And without even
No,
looking,
not
as
really.
it comes up to bite you, you just go,
If I was
wham,
saying it
with
in
the
a
shield, like,
derogatory term.
I had him.
No, it
Man.
was just a joke.
I would
Right.
absolutely ban you if you
Their
ever use that word in
turn
here.
is up.
What word?
Mortar.
The only word that I do not allow.
With Veneer
I-
on deck.
Why? How did that come
There's
up?
Kayla
How's it going? Zon, did you make a melee or
Where?
a spell attack last turn?
in Twitch chat.
Spell.
Oh,
All right.
Both
Which one?
technically.
It
Yeah.
is.
Which one did you hit?
The one in like against the wall ish, kind of.
Okay.
Well, the
So
yeah, sorry.
Mortar is gonna take flight and fly over the head of that Molder Titan and kind of harry it and give the help action to Zon.
Where's your owl model, by the way?
It probably still at the desk. Hold on. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? That's the Triceratops. I don't know if the owl one got saved. Is that him? Nope.
I honestly don't know what happened to the owl.
Mr.
It should have
Owl
been in
got
that
saved.
drawer, but
hi.
I may have gone back
Bitch.
saved
Okay,
too
let me
much,
pull another
too
map
far.
for you then.
Is it in the fog of war?
I don't
Might
believe
be.
so. That's so Mortar has given the help action.
Yes. So the first attack that anyone makes on the Molder Titan against the wall has advantage.
Oh, this also pissed me off.
Here you go.
What, Mortar giving advantage?
Yeah, scale it
No,
down.
what happened after he gave me
Well, that's
advantage?
technically a giant owl. It needs to be smaller for the sake of fitting. So drop it. There you go. Okay.
I really shouldn't
so
be
this
talking
one's
shit as a
very-
Fools and Flagons Twitch account, but
This
The one against the wall.
Got
too
it.
late now.
Okay. So Zahn, you would have a advantage on your next attack, and technically the help action is to help someone.
It's to help anyone.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
the
It's a
help
next
action
attack.
just gives advantage on the very next attack. So anyone can
Okay,
take
so-
advantage of it.
Hang on. Let me look that up real quick.
Zeke is wrong. Spoiler alert. Zeke is wrong. But I mean, there's so many rules in D&D. You can't expect people to remember everything.
A wonderful tool.
A wonderful tool.
Okay, so you don't use help on the target. You use help on Zahn. So Zahn, your next attack has advantage no matter what you're hitting. So essentially, you say Mortar, help out Papa, and Zahn, as soon as you lock eyes on whatever you're going to attack, that's the one that Mortar is going to go and start harrying to give you advantage on it.
Thank you very much.
Can you hold an action to be like, if anyone attacks this fucker, help them?
Maybe?
I don't think so. You have to specifically target something to say, go help them. Or I'm going to help them.
Well, yeah.
Even now, I don't fully understand what he was asking.
He was like, if anybody attacks this particular enemy, can he just continue attacking the enemy so that way everybody who attacks the enemy after that also has advantage?
No, the specific description for help is you are helping that person. So whatever that person attacks next has advantage. You don't use the help action on an enemy. It's not like Guiding Bolt, where you attack an enemy, they glow, and whoever attacks that guy next gets advantage. It is literally, I am helping that guy.
Not bad. 7 damage.
Gotcha.
I mean, technically speaking, he could say, I am going to help that enemy for whatever fucking reason.
Appear over its head.
And then whatever that enemy attacks next would get advantage.
And it fizzles away, and you see it's.
You know what that would actually be really funny if you did that for? Is like,
bits of it are kind of falling off.
what? Like Domino from Marvel, where she has all the good luck stuff.
Mushroom top.
It's like, but bad luck will happen around her, and she'll use that bad luck to help her, like, for, like, other people. I wonder if you can use that, like, on Domino, so she gets good luck, but everybody around her gets good luck, too.
So, Kip seeing everyone
I
do
mean, I
all
guess
this
if Domino
bullshit.
is going to help those people, they would theoretically
I'm gonna do some
benefit
cool
from her
shit.
good luck.
I must impress my new friends.
He uses his
I
bonus
must impress
action
my new
to
friends.
use all of his sorcery points to forge a 5th level slot.
This
What do you have a
unfortunately...
rule on this one, by the way?
I was going to say, this unfortunately derailed the combat for quite a bit. I did a lot of digging on this, and there was a lot of posts and questions and answers given for like, it's like 5-6 years ago, so it would have been like 3rd, maybe 4th edition. We're playing on 5th edition, and there's been no
5T edition.
There's no question or answer regarding this edition. So what he's trying to do here is, at level 7, you're only able to cast 4th level spells. But he wants to spend all of his sorcery points to give himself a 5th level spell slot, which technically he can do. However, he doesn't know any 5th level spells. What he's trying to do is he wants to cast Fireball, which he knows,
at 5th level.
I mean,
But
Pretty fucked tits.
there's no... The problem here is that there's no rule saying that you can't, but there's also no rule saying that you can. So without this being FAQ'd by Wizards of the Coast, it's kind of on to the DM. I have messaged them on Twitter and they haven't replied yet.
You can't cast at 5th level. You're not a high enough.
So at the moment I have ruled, and spoiler alert for the session that's happening right now, that while he could give himself a 5th level spell slot, he is not currently capable of casting 5th level,
I
so
understand
it's
what your
pointless.
intention to do, but
So I did a little bit of searching to make sure I could do this. This is what I was kind of going off of, and I thought the logic made sense. But if you want to rule it that I can't use it, then by all means. It's literally just for upcasting my current spells.
The only other way that I can see around this is doing it in the way that you would do spell scrolls. So for a spell scroll, if it is not within a class that you are able to cast, or it is at a level higher than what you can currently cast, you have to roll a check. Actually, no, I don't think that's not correct. I think you only roll the check if it's of a spell casting level higher than what you can currently do. And if you failed, the spell just basically fizzles, the paper crumples, and nothing happens.
He's used to me. You can't break it. Trust me.
So, for the moment, I just said no, just to kind of save time and make him not waste all of his sorcery points. But if I were to allow it, I think I would allow it on the pretext of it being like a spell scroll. So, if you cast it at a higher level, there is a chance that it would fail.
what I'm worried about,
Which makes sense.
is that this question was asked 5 years ago, which means that this could be an older version. It could be like 3rd or 4th edition, and that may not be the case anymore. Because the other thing I see is there's a thing where it looks like they are quoting from the D&D book, which is what I'm used to seeing in forums like this, and I don't see that anywhere on this ability. So for now, I'm going to say no, but we will powwow after the session and really do a deep dive into this for 5th edition and see if there's anything buried somewhere. But for the sake of keeping the combat flowing, we'll say for now no.
Okay.
Sorry, but yeah, we'll look into it.
So he kind of like weaves all of this elemental magic around him, and then he's like, "Fuck that shit."
Behold my
You all stop for a second as you see like lights appearing in the room, and you're like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna kill us!" And he's like, "No, never mind."
I don't need to do this extra shit.
Okay, so sorry for that delay, but what would you
Like,
like?
I don't need to press you, assholes.
I mean, honestly, if he casts Fireball in that tiny room at
they'd all
5th
die.
level,
Casting summon aberration
They'd all die.
at 5th level.
Yeah.
To cast summon aberration at 4th.
Zon would be bald and would
it's
kill
like the summon
everybody
of
who
Beholder.
survived it.
Or Beholderkin.
Let me look at 4th level.
And it has the stat block in this spell if you need it.
Oh yeah, Beholderkin. Fuck. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I know you're not prepared for that one.
I was not. Let me see if I have a model for it. Giant ooze construct aberration, maybe.
Beholder?
Would you like the purple one
Beholderkin?
or the slightly brighter purple one?
I want the slightly brighter purple one.
Slightly brighter purple one. Back. The stream has got to get to see how this all works. All right, Beholderkin. Real quick, let me see. This is a medium.
excuse
so I'm gonna
me.
need to shrink it 'cause it has
Burping
to
a bit.
fit into a 5-foot block. right. So you essentially have a.
What is a
baby
large
beholder.
creature? Sorry, it's one of those.
It's a 2x2. A huge is 3x3.
Let me see.
Impressive.
So medium or small takes
Oh,
up
an area of 90 feet.
basically a 5
I'm
foot
gonna
square. The
cast it
small
90 feet
creatures,
around you.
I'm gonna cast it over here.
I think
Far
the
fall.
rule is that technically they can occupy the same space as another creature.
Just sees it pop up out of the corner.
It's either that or
So you all
he
see
gets-
Kip Hacky goes.
so like when Brick is
this
trying to
goes
pass
up.
by
just
Pez,
see
it counts as
this large
difficult terrain. So
sphere
his
appear, and
space
as it
is
grows
double.
and contracts,
So if he wants to move from his
see
space
it
through
holds,
Pez to the space behind,
which
it's
I'm
15
not
feet
sure
of
many
movement.
of you would know of,
If you are a
except for
small
maybe
creature,
his
I do not
archives.
believe that that is the case.
but
I
it
think
seems
you
to
move
turn
as if it's normal
directly
because you're
to
basically just walking through people's legs.
My son. Just
I learned all kinds of new
gonna
things today.
Hold up my son as homage to this beholder, and it would like my boy, and he will use an eye ray and attack.
Oops, that's not the key command I wanted.
I'm gonna go for this one here,
Okay.
the one that is directly facing.
Okay. Roll your attack, or is it something I need to roll? I don't remember.
No, it's for me to hit. It's my
Okay.
spell modifier to hit, kind of like his. Oh, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Yeah.
Then I use it is 1d10 plus 7.
I didn't realize it's been 2.5 hours.
Wait, no.
Mm-hmm.
1d10 plus
Indeed
7
has.
psychic. No, 1d8. Fuck. 1d8 plus 7 psychic damage. It's 8. I rolled the 1 on the damage. 8 psychic damage.
Okay. So, from behind, you just see this this baby beholder. One of its stalk-like eyes just swivels forwards and goes, "Fuck that guy!" and just blasts the molder bloom in the back of the head. Doesn't seem to be leaving any physical damage, but it's shaking its head. Its tongue is lolling out to the side. It doesn't look too happy.
Brick, do you still have comprehend languages up?
Yeah, I do.
You hear in a formerly unfamiliar tongue, deep speech. Fuck you.
That's awesome.
And then it uses its second attack on the same target.
Okay.
And that will be a 9 to hit.
9 does not.
19 to hit. 19, sorry.
A 19 does hit.
8 damage.
8 more damage. What was this beam?
What, sorry?
What was this? It was another the psychic damage ones.
Yeah, psychic damage.
Okay.
It's always psychic damage on this one.
Got it. So the one tentacle stalk comes up, blasts it, sees fucker still standing. Blam! Blasts it again. And again, it's shaking its head. It really doesn't look happy, and it seems a little bit more drunken and sluggish at this point. And again, it's very unnerving. None of these creatures are making a single sound as you were fighting them. You just hear your blade sinking in, your fists hitting, teeth gnashing.
Eye rays blasting.
No areas of pain. Does that do it for your turn? You do still have your movement.
Like to move. No. I would like to stay.
Okay. All right. Brick, it is your turn. Pez, you were on deck.
Let's kill some plants. I'm gonna make 2 attacks on the viney guy in front of me.
All right.
That's gonna be a 14.
You know, I might have just been making that up because I can't find anything about
And
player
for my
size.
second attack.
I mean, you're the
it's gonna
DM.
be a 16.
16 hits as well. Roll your
No, I
damage.
know. I thought I remembered reading something about that somewhere.
20 points of
So,
damage.
okay, size large is 10 by
points of
10,
damage.
huge is 15 by 15,
Again,
gargantuan
you
is
swing your
20
axe
by
twice,
20
and you
or
start
larger.
cleaving limbs. You even cut the tongue
Yeah.
off of the one that was hairy.
I thought there was extra
you
rules
can
for
see
being small
it's
or.
still standing, but it is oozing all
One
over the
rule I
floor.
know for sure is that if you are
None of the
small,
boulder blooms look
you can
like
technically
place.
use the hide action behind a medium creature or
You got
above.
this, Kasumi. Yep, that's it for me.
Okay.
That I know for sure.
Tez, it is your turn. Zon, you're on deck.
Okay, so time to take 20 minutes to do my turn.
All right, everybody else, bathroom break. Go on.
And it's accurate.
I did have a question.
What, the 20 minutes for your turn?
This guy.
Yeah.
Fit in the initiative.
Generally speaking, unless otherwise stated, summoned creatures take their initiative immediately after your own.
Okay, cool.
So which one of these shrooms is looking bad? This guy or this guy?
This one. Yes, this
Fez
one so
is
far has
going
not been
to-
touched.
I want to try to steal a kill, so I'm gonna shoot my crossbow.
Yeah, crossbow. Damn it.
God, I don't know why I'm even rolling in D&D Beyond.
Metal, if you look at the second paragraph of that ability, it says, in combat, the creature shares your
My
initiative
D&D
and takes
Beyond
its
that
turn
night
immediately
was
after you
lagging
pass.
like crazy.
Was it?
Alright.
Mhm.
It took like
Yeah,
20 seconds to
20
roll a
is.
single die.
Well, I know like a lot of East Coast internet has been acting up lately.
Oh, well, I'll take that, I guess.
I was just checking the kobold race,
12 damage.
and one of the quotes there is from Volo, and it says, "Kobolds are a lot less cute when they learn how to cast fireballs."
You take your shot.
Accurate.
And the crossbow bolt lands right in the side of his face. It sort of turns to look in your
Bless you.
direction.
Oh, that's my chair squeaking.
I'm sure.
Looks
know.
pretty hurt, but otherwise.
It was his mighty trumpet.
Oh,
It
I
looks
mean,
hurt.
it looks hurt. You have not felled it, but it now has a bolt sticking out of its face.
Did we say that my second action could be to reload, or
Correct.
could I go on and fire again?
It is to reload.
Yep, I can't find anything about creatures being small, so
And
guess I just made it up.
Stay where I'm at. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
so,
I'm
I
not,
mean-
because bonus action Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on
that?
this guy.
Where's that little token?
I was about to say a spoiler thing. Forgot that Becca was in here.
That one? Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Get on your flying saucer.
I could not select that token. I just think the
Fuck it.
collision box on that guy was a little too big,
I was
but
about to say, we got it.
it
He's
is what
supposed
it
to be
is.
able to stand on it. Whatever. Anyway. So he has been hunter's marked, and now it is the Velociraptor's turn.
Okay, so Meatloaf is going to. I named the Spectral one Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
So Pack Tactics, he is going to do another bite attack.
Okay.
So I assume a natural 19 would hit.
It definitely hits.
So that is 1d8 plus 4. Where the hell's my d8?
Unless you really want to roll that bonus +4 is enough to take it out.
It's dead.
So Hamburger
It's dead, Jem.
and Meatloaf
Yep.
start turning this thing into a giant salad, as is tradition. However, it is still technically Hamburger's turn. He can still do things, but this one is dead via Meatloaf.
Does Meatloaf still have his movement?
Yes.
They are both going to loom towards this guy right here.
Okay.
Oh man, I just got the
send 'em back where they were.
really strong urge. God, we don't have
what's
3
our
guys
speed?
down the road.
I know.
I don't know. I just suddenly got the urge to just go sit at the bar at 3 guys,
30.
have a couple slices and another pint.
10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Say that Hamburger joins in right behind.
Perfect.
So that that molder
It's 10
brew is
o'clock. Do I go throw a
surrounded.
pizza in the oven?
Hamburger still has his
Only
attacks.
9:40. It's not 10 o'clock.
Meatloaf is
Okay.
essentially done at this point.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
But Hamburger can still attack.
So, lost
It's almost 11 o'clock here. I'm tired.
Pack tactics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, never mind. It's already
Flanking.
advantage.
Well,
Oh,
I can give
I
you
don't
minor
think-
spoilers, which isn't really that much of a spoiler if you want to go ahead and hop off and go to bed.
14 plus.
How much longer do we have?
It's about 43 minutes,
Hit.
That hits.
Oh
and
shit.
which it's basically it's all combat, and we essentially stop the session after the combat is done.
4, 5
So
plus. Yeah. So 5 for the bite.
you're not really gonna miss too much.
Claw.
Don't give me spoilers, because then I'll feel bad. But I
shoot a
will
15 hits.
wake up and
15 does hit.
continue to watch what happens tomorrow, or whenever you upload it.
6 damage for the claw.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Again,
watch it tomorrow.
Okay.
you're not gonna miss anything
so,
much here. It's just it's
Off
more
on the
combat.
side, you hear a
So
Does Zeke do anything
as the
else
molder brew
stupid?
is turned into a
Thank
salad.
God.
not really. No.
As this one is also
Okay.
mulched.
As long as I don't have to yell at him for
Within
anything when I wake up later.
6 seconds.
No, no.
I'm good.
two of the molder
The only reason that you need to yell at him is for what he's already done.
Okay.
So, Hamburger
Sounds
the
like a
Great
game
strikes
plan.
Again,
All right.
getting a twofer.
Have
Alrighty,
a good
darlings.
night. Thank you for joining.
Always, always. Have a good night,
So,
loves.
Rick and Kasumi,
Toodles,
now you're
bye.
both just.
Now we can talk all the spoilers. So,
And that's gonna do
Zach,
it for both of
what were
them.
you sad that you weren't able to do?
Movement and attacks.
I think it's coming up here.
Zahn, it is your turn. Kasumi, you're on deck.
It is.
So many
Let's see if you can catch it.
I know. I'm gonna turn my head and look at Mr. Newcomer that had so rudely interrupted my one-on-one fight,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast. I'm gonna step it up a notch. I'm gonna just do Storm Strike at 3rd level this time.
Keep in mind that you do have Mortar assisting you, so you have advantage on your roll.
Okay. Not like I need it.
So, I mean,
Unity, don't crash.
I remember you
mean,
cut him in
you
half
have
and you
advantage.
blasted him away from you.
Might as well go for broke.
It's yes,
Get
but
beaten that 20.
it's a net 20 and then a 17.
So what were you wanting to have happen?
And it is at 3rd level, which is 5d10.
dead.
5d10 doubled, so
Oh
10d10.
God, what was it?
You have 10 D10, Zach?
8,
You got 10
18, 19,
D10s.
21, 22, 24. That's another 8. Holy shit, 24 plus 8 is 32.
What, 10 d10s. I don't have 10 d10s. I don't want to.
You've killed 2 of them with that one.
37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 55.
What's this ability again?
This is Storm Strike. This is
You
my
just cast
necrotic
Fireball?
fireball.
What
That's
level
a
did you cast it
great
at?
advantage.
3rd.
3rd. Okay, let's see.
My bread and butter ability.
Okay. As this creature initially comes up to you,
Wait, do I kill it?
and as this creature comes up to you and tries to bite you, you smack it out of the way. And as you are glaring daggers at it, Mortar comes in and kind of starts pecking at its head, which causes it to look away from you. And you go, "I was talking!" Whoom! Completely in two. As the sides split apart, lightning is crackling in between them, frying its innards, and it just sloughs side to side. And you go, "Thank you." Your next
Its body's
bitch.
also gonna fly back 10 feet.
Okay, so as the two halves split apart and go spiraling off in the distance, you go,
I can't believe I
"Thank
haven't
you."
used that before.
As was saying, and you look back to the other one that was initially
So what were you
target.
what were
The
you
other
wanting
one
to do there? I mean, you
Let's get a
one
headbutt
shot
him.
this thing.
Oh,
You headbutt the
don't
shit out of
forget-
him.
Don't forget Hunter's Mark, Jim.
That's pet.
Oh no, you didn't get to headbutt him?
Also, Hunter's Mark. it didn't
You
go
dealt
well because that's
55 damage,
and
dude.
I'm already concentrating
I know.
On, the summon beast.
Okay, so we.
Why did you
I
wanna
mean,
headbutt
since
him?
Nothing happened with it. We'll just say that
I don't
Just
remember
'cause?
exactly what I was gonna say. At the time, it was the heat of the moment. I had an idea in my head.
Use it, then I would retroactively say that
It's
meatloaf.
cool. It's
I
still
mean,
neat.
the next time if you got something that you want to add flavorful to it, then let me know.
So this guy
You're
is
fine, man.
fucking gone.
It's like you said, it was still cool.
So.
Like,
that
did
was
you
your
want to
action.
headbutt him to deal all that damage instead of using your sword?
Mostly your turn.
Oh hell yeah.
Then next time when you say that you're going to use Storm Strike, like, be more descriptive, because when you just say Storm Strike, I'm assuming you're using your sword.
Oh,
Not all the time. I will usually say I'm gonna use it. I've been trying to
Cantrip as an action.
change it up a little bit. I think
bonus action cantrip.
I think there's a couple times that I haven't actually used my sword. But I've
Well, when you
said
first came in
beforehand-
and you hit this guy, you hit him with your palm and slammed it against a bookshelf. But yeah, you literally just said, I'm
Was
going
it?
to
Yeah, I
use
did.
Storm Strike, and there was no other descriptors, so I just went with whatever was in my head at the time.
That's fine. Like I said, it wasn't
Turn. Mortar is on deck.
really that.
So there are two creatures.
But yeah,
This is
in the
kinda like one
future,
of those-
if there's a specific way that you want to do one of your abilities, just let me know, and I will make it awesome.
You're good.
I know I'm good. I'm the DM.
Okay. Make sure. Okay, cool. She is going to see the one in front of her is now shredded.
Nice outside.
So she's gonna look at the
Oh,
one
I know.
to her left.
I'm gonna have to remember to shut the
this
window
guy,
before I go up to bed.
And she is going to.
And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and close Guild Wars. I'm not gonna hop on tonight, I don't think.
Chromatic
Oh,
orb at
jeez,
first
excuse
level.
me.
Okay.
And she's gonna choose the fire.
Alrighty.
Is Chromatic Orb a pretty powerful spell?
Roll your attack.
It's one of those ones that you get early, and I think you can cast it at higher levels as well.
Mhm.
Let me check real quick.
Unfortunately, a 6 does not hit. You are still slightly distracted by the two velociraptors basically playing in the remains of the molder bloom that you had been attacking before, and you also see the beholder behind, and that
well.
really unnerves you because you've never seen one before, and it just appeared. But it was attacking.
Yeah,
the
when you
molder
cast a
bloom,
spell
but
using
all
a
that
spell slot of
confusion
second level or
shows
higher, the
the
damage
why
increases
it's
by
right past
1d8 for
everything.
each slot
Thankfully,
above
not hitting
first.
the beholder king.
So the good thing about Chromatic Orb is that you can literally choose what elemental damage it does as you
So
cast it.
something's weak.
So
You can choose that element.
just by
Yes.
seeing this, she
So,
attempts
like
to
for
shoot
you,
at
when you
yes,
use
she's going
Guiding
with that
Bolt,
stuff. So
well,
she is
generally
going
Guiding Bolt is
to-
only
for
radiant
safe
damage, which for
measure,
you it's ice because
she
we
is
tweaked it.
going to
But with
whisper
Chromatic
under her
Orb,
breath
you
to
can
the
literally
person
look at that
who's
creature
done
and
this.
go,
She's going
"Oh,
to speak the dress command.
that's a troll. I don't want
and
it to heal.
activate
I'm gonna hit it
additional
with fire
plus 3
damage."
AC
So
for
you
next
use
time.
Chromatic Orb and
Oh,
fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you do still have your movement that you can do as well.
But I mean, you get access to acid, cold, fire, lightning,
I'm gonna
poison, or thunder.
around
So that's a
my
fairly
colleagues.
wide
Not gonna-
range
not
of
colleagues.
damage that you have
My
access to for
colleagues.
one skill.
But she is gonna activate the
Yeah.
the dress command word to give her the extra +3.
Okay.
All I can think of is she just says it and just spikes stick out of her dress.
As she says this, the loose flowing robes seem to shimmer slightly. Every inch of the fabric. If you've ever seen a pearlescent paint job on a car, it seems like as she's moving, the light from Zahn's hand is making it shimmer in places that it normally didn't shimmer before. So, that is your turn done. It is on to the Molder Titan. So the Molder Titan, seeing its compatriot get split in half.
I'm only just now seeing all the shenanigans that's happening to the Molder Titans.
Oh yeah, Metal and I were just going crazy with them.
A 14.
I'm only just now able to see you two giggling and grinning at each other as
I'm
it's
sorry,
happening.
DM, it doesn't.
I mean, I've had shitty rolls. You guys have made it halfway through the city because of my shitty rolls. You're welcome. So, with that being said,
I'm not gonna lie, the amount of times that you guys should have gotten into combat and you didn't because of my rolls. You really should not have made it to the library in one session.
Let's say, honestly, like, you're not hurting anybody's feelings if you feel like throwing enemies into the fray because, you know,
No, I do, but I mean,
pummel attack.
at the same time, you guys are being smart. You're using Pass Without a Trace. You're getting really good stealth rolls. I'm rolling very poor for perception. It is what it is.
By the 2 eye beams it took to the back of the head, and it goes to smack.
I'm not
you.
going to just force you guys into combat that you didn't properly encounter because you played your characters the way that you would.
Between you and Brick,
That's not
and both
fair.
of you kind of look at it and go, "Oh well," and you. Okay, so that is there. You go, Mortar. It is your turn. You hoot hoot, followed shortly by Venera.
Mortar. Knowing that Venera is up next, and not really knowing what she's gonna do,
You
but
know what?
he's going to.
Since I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and post the question.
And give her the help action.
Okay. Cool. Great turn. Next turn, Venera. As she pokes her head inside, Mortar comes and lands on her head. She kind of. Okay. She looks inside, sees that everything's kind of being handled, so she's gonna. Guess she'll do Toll the Dead on. Yeah, she'll hit the same molder type with Toll the Dead. So let's see if it passes the wisdom. Oh, well. Where'd he go? Oh. No, it does not save. At a -3 wisdom. Sure as fuck not.
Mortar helped.
You know, I fucked up the last time.
Why?
Because it was already damaged and it should have taken a D12, not a D8. So
It should take 2 at this level.
it's a cantrip.
Yeah. It increases. Yeah, my Toll the Dead is 2d8 or 2d12.
Well, I super fucked up. So I'm going to roll 3 D12s to make up for my
Yeah,
incompetence.
I absolutely fucked up that pretty hard. I mean,
It's dead as fuck.
You didn't know.
yeah.
So Venera lands inside. Mortar landing on her
But
head. She
Venera,
sees
I got
the
you a kill
Titan in front of Zahn.
from out of
Sees-
town.
Slice the other one. Kind of looks over. Is like, "You're next." And as you're looking over there and saying that, the bell reappears, smacks it against the side of the head, and when the bell disappears, the head is just gone. It's sort of smoldering a little bit from where there's just a stump. And that molder Titan. Ooh, Jesus. For the record, that was like a 9, a 7, and a 3. So it's quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. Good damage. Who's the bell tones?
So that molder Titan
fuzzy.
is.
It tolls for Z.
Your own words on, that was a really good aneurysm.
Pez, since I'm thinking about it, you took Artificer as a
Please save us from the idiocy and end this combat.
multi-class. Are you still interested in doing that, or have you just not had the time to
So-
really pursue it?
Now that he has used his 4th spell slot,
You are muted if you're trying to
do what
speak
he
to
was
us.
previously doing.
If you're muted on
and,
purpose, I
use
totally
6 of his
understand.
sorcery points to meld up a 4th spell slot, or 4th level spell slot.
Alrighty. We'll circle back to that question later.
Then he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 4th level.
What's that?
You whisper discordant
Zach, I'm actually kind of curious. How do you feel about
only
Kipak?
one creature of your choice with
Do you
a
have
range
like
in here.
thoughts, theories, or anything?
Terrible pain. Target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a
Oh,
failed save, it takes
Pez died.
3d6 psychic damage, but in this case,
So,
it's
like,
66 psychic
As
damage.
what, as a character?
And
I don't know. I'm just
must
trying to
use
fill in
its
the gap as
reaction
we
to
continue on with the
travel
combat.
far away as possible
I
from
mean, Metal plays him very well.
Well, so
Like, the whole, like, crazy slash,
it doesn't mean 14.
you know, quirky. Fits his character really well.
roll your damage.
He is
Good. That's good to
Does
hear.
Zahn like him?
That is the
Quick,
Dissonant
everybody whisper.
Zahn's gonna be very neutral with something like that that is innately known as being evil.
Which is
Even if
funny
they're
considering
nice.
that This is technically a plant-based creature.
Right. I mean, that makes sense for your guy.
It takes
So its
20
parent
psychic
is
The
a hope?
computer decided to
20.
go
psychic
black
damage.
screens again and restart itself.
Oh,
So, Kipak.
fun.
How would you
I
like
don't
to do
think
this?
it saved much of Unity. So
I would like
Oh.
his brain to explode from the
I would probably
dissonance.
take a look at your graphics card because that's what
Okay,
mine was
so,
doing when it was starting to fry
as it
itself.
slams its tentacle onto
It's
the
a
table,
brand new graphics
again,
card.
you hear Kip Hack
Doesn't mean
making
that it shipped perfect.
weird noises coming from his tentacle mouth.
As shitty as that sounds.
And all of a sudden, you see it sort of start to quiver and shake, and
already wasted so
It
much
locks up
on
for a
this
second
damn
and-
computer.
Yeah, I know.
its head just sort of splits apart.
Do you have a
spraying fountain of
warranty on
vigor
it
into
at
the
all?
air as it slumps forward,
It all
and the
ran
two
out.
Velociraptors begin to chow down.
The Beholderkin
Well.
uses both of its eye-ray attacks on the corpse.
How often do you check for updates on your
Just
graphics
to
card?
make sure.
Whenever GeForce
Your
has
mother was
whatever.
eaten by a hamster, and your
Okay,
father
so
was
then
an
you're pretty up to
elderberry.
date.
Okay, we are officially.
So then I'm assuming that you didn't hear my question before?
What question?
I was asking that since you would multi-class as an artificer, is that something you're still interested in and just haven't had the downtime in game to do anything with it, or?
Correct.
If you need to go here anyway.
Just making sure.
You haven't leveled up in over a year,
Let's get to
so
looking.
Yes, we have. Well, okay, come on. We leveled up
Happy.
2021. You dick. It's like, what? Yes, we have.
Plant bits and ichor here and there.
Just on the ground where books fell on the floor.
Well, we
Yes.
finally reached the end of Oh, I kind of forgot that you guys spent quite a bit of time
Perception check.
searching around for information.
Ooh.
Does Brick still have comprehend language up?
I do.
How long does it last? An hour?
And like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I loved your initiative here to try and
Yes,
find
it's not
out
been an hour yet,
information
so he does
about
still
what
have
had
his
happened. And the whole time that I know that you guys are planning this, I'm just thinking
Would we have better luck since we're
they're using all this time and they're not gonna find anything.
read a little bit better?
Well,
And
I
it
need all
just-
of you to make a perception check for me.
Kind of killed me.
7.
I felt so bad.
and whose fault is that?
I guess I need to roll for Vigera, don't I?
Yes. It's
You guys.
21.
You
I
right?
got a 21 as well.
And actually, funny story.
19.
It was completely and totally random
perception checks.
which buildings had enemies in them. And it just so happened that the one place you guys were intent on going had enemies in it.
Preoccupied by mortar on her head. She's doing her little, that little face she does.
Ain't that convenient?
No, legit, like, metal was there when I was doing it. I literally counted the number of buildings on each side of the canal.
Weirdly enough, because
I
of the
put
shape
it
of
into that number into a random number generator, and I said I wanted, like,
most of the combat
I don't
scenes
know, like
weirdly
30% of the buildings to have encounters. So what are the numbers? And those numbers that were generated were the buildings that I put the creatures in.
Trills and cries of the two velociraptors who are now playing in the corpses of their victims. But again, everything seems quiet. So, you were all in the library. There's plant goo all over the place, but the library is yours.
I'm actually kind of curious what, how you all ended up with your spells used and
I don't know
all.
where this book is, but it wasn't in the erotic books aisle.
It was not in the erotic books aisle.
In case you were wondering.
I love when he asks it here in a little while, but when he asks, like, are there sections labeled? It's like, it's not a fucking Barnes and Noble.
Oh yes, sorry. There is a door behind the librarian's desk.
So Brick did not use anything.
That might just be Josephina's office.
Kasumi used one.
Brick is going to carefully and
Pez
quietly
used one.
start
Oh.
looking through
So in
various books, slowly
whatever.
taking them off.
Oh, that's right.
flipping
Right.
through, since I have comprehend languages up, looking for any mention of a mushroom creature. And
Kind of
also,
crazy to
while
think
it's
that you
not
guys only
the
had
main
like 2 rounds of
focus,
combat.
I will be
through,
also just keeping
like,
an
45
eye
minutes
out
of
for
battle.
anything that has to do with
Combat takes a
teleportation
while.
circles
It does.
and
Yeah.
beings that can project themselves across great distances as a giant red face.
And I tried to not I was really hoping that nothing would really happen, that I was going to be forced to use any of Vanira's spells just because she wasn't here. I didn't want to use them if I didn't have to.
Okay, so
And
the first item you were
thankfully, I only ever had to use her cantrips. Like, you guys were killing it in that library.
Teleportation and the what creature?
The
Praise be
any creature that can
hamburger
project
and
themselves
meatloaf.
over long distances, and anything
Meat
that has
Burger
kind of
did
a
great.
giant red projection face, like we saw after we blew up the teleportation circle.
Okay. Make a investigation check for the mushroom first. We'll do these one at a time.
I was gonna cast thaumaturgy and make really loud sounds of pages flipping coming from Brick's book.
Oh, you know, I did forget about this for Becca to pay attention to, but maybe she said that she was going to watch after she turned things off, so maybe she'll see this.
Do I notice this?
We'll see if she gets mad at you randomly, Zach.
Him casting the spell.
Make a perception check. And Zahn, if you were being stealthy about it, I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
+3, 13.
I rolled a 15 to percept.
Okay. So Brick, you're standing there and you go to turn a page, and it's kind of like Indiana Jones when the guy's stamping the book and he's beating the floor. You go to turn a page, it's like fuck, and everyone just sort of slowly turns and looks at you.
That wasn't me.
Except for Kiphack. Kiphack kind of turns to look at the bunny.
I like slowly pick up another
Don's gonna
page.
be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like slowly pick up another page and kind of move it back and forth.
The page kind of begins to rip a bit as you're moving it back and forth because of its age, but it seems like a normal volume.
I try and discreetly cast prestidigitation as a fart coming from Zahn.
So as you're looking
Very
at
hard
Zahn,
word to say.
It
everyone
is.
in the library hears a
It's hard to
He's
spell,
standing with
too.
his hands on his sides, proud.
Dude, really?
What, Pez?
Really, dude?
And then I
Yes.
pull the mask over.
I forgot that you pulled the mask up.
You hear Vanira near the front, or the officer going, gross. Kasumi, what are you doing while all this shenaniganry is going on? You're muted.
Muted.
Oh, sorry. Thought I had just unmuted myself. She's taking a couple seconds to kind of walk along the side of the bookshelf and see if anything catches her eye.
Okay, is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Anything shiny that seems like out of the normal, not like an average book, just something that just stands out.
Okay. Doesn't give me a lot to go off of, but make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Also
I mean, she's
DM.
honestly just kind of wandering around, so.
Got it.
See, we probably can't read
What
any
did
of
you?
these
what
Yeah,
did
the
you-
vagueness of some of these searches were
Yeah. You take a bit of time.
kind of tricky to make
does
sense
seem like
of
a fair few of these
and
books
actually
seem to be in
get
a very
anything
similar
to
language. You find some that are
make
in
sense.
another type, but you're still able to understand what is written. One book you pick up and you open, and even though you're being careful, you open it and you suddenly realize that you're holding two halves, and a few of the pages are falling onto the floor. It's not making a lot of noise, but it seems that these books have been in here for a long, long time. So
I
you
don't
take a
read.
bit of time. You don't see anything that has to do with mushroom creatures. You do see something that seems to be about botany and kind of gardening.
I suddenly really want to watch
Nothing that seems to be about.
what's that
any
movie that
fungal
came out? Bruno something. Encanto? Is that it?
Kasumi, what do you
Yeah.
Yeah, I just suddenly really want to watch Encanto. I don't know why.
Great movie.
You find a book. It has sort of the
Make the
shiny
bam, bam,
lettering on it.
bam,
You pull it off. What language is
When
it?
is the musical session gonna happen?
Or understand, I
Hold
should
The
say.
musical
Dramatic
session?
effect.
What do you mean?
Like where we
Holding
all
anticipation.
just break out into a song at random?
Yes.
Well, that's going
Oh,
on. Could I get
I already did that. You only get one.
Celestial, Sylvan, and Thieves' Camp.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have I randomly burst out into song for like even just one of my little quick quips?
In Sylvan. And it seems to be
I don't know if I have or
sort
not.
of basic knowledge tome about, and I was just thinking of the name and I completely blanked on it, so please bear with me as I pull up my notes. Come on, Google Drive, you can do it. I believe in you, boy.
I have written so much for this campaign. I know I've said that a few times, but
a tome talking about the Alari Dorai. You know them to be the Elven capital. It seems to be a discussion between the myths and truths of the place, of the Elven city shrouded in a forest of mists.
She's gonna grab the book and walk it back to Vanera and hand it to her.
Ooh, what's this?
I found it. I figured you might be able to read it, but it seems interesting. It's about elves and their myths and legends and things.
She takes the book from you, and she thumbs through it. She goes, I know Elvish, but I don't know this. This looks like a different language than what I know.
Oh. I can read it, but it was shiny. It caught my attention.
Well, hang on to it. Maybe we can sell it.
Okay.
Just put it in the bag.
And she just like slowly puts it in her kimono.
just squirrels it away.
Alrighty. So, Britt, you're looking for another subject.
We're gonna go straight to anything that has to do with beings that can project themselves over long distances, or anything that sounds similar to what we saw above the teleportation circle.
Okay, make another investigation check. And while Brick seems to be dejectedly looking around the library, he makes a full round, seems to not quite find what he's looking for, and he begins to start it again. This has been a good couple minutes. You all, as he is making his second round, will consider this a short rest if anybody needs hit dice. I don't think I actually hit anybody, did I?
I got hit right at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Damage. I was like, I really don't remember if I hit anybody or not.
I blocked the first
You hit the
one,
Burger
then I ran
Bros.
past, and it took an attack of opportunity.
Right.
Did I hit them?
Man, I'm good at this game.
That's a new record.
I hit the NPC for 12 damage.
This will be considered a short rest as Brick is perusing all the tomes and everyone's kind of being quiet and looking. If you want to take the time to roll any hit dice to get your 12 damage back. So, Brick, what did you roll for your investigation on this?
14.
14. You do find a tome or two that seems to detail creatures in the region, and they don't seem to all be of the dinosaur nature. They seem to be creatures from other planes. As you were flipping through a little bit excitedly, this book does seem to be in a pretty decent condition, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's fire elementals, abyssal creatures, and other things of that nature. Nothing that's overly intelligent. It's more about the creatures that sort of accidentally slip through the planes into the current material and tend to cause havoc in border areas.
Right, and because I just take terrible notes, is it alright if I make a history check to try and remember vaguely what the face looked like?
Apparently, Vanera has been listening in. She complimented me on my Vanera voice.
I don't expect it. Nope, that's a nat one.
You remember smoke? There was kind of a nose, maybe a mouth. Pretty sure there were some eyes of some kind. But that was a long time ago. You've had some traumatic dreams. A traumatic dream.
Man, if only somebody in the group stared it down before it tried to suck his life out.
Did you take a note on what it looked like?
Nope. Sure as shit didn't.
Sure as shit didn't.
After my second perusal, I'll just look at the group and say, I'm coming up with a lot of nothing.
I'm gonna look for any historical records, and Kip opens the what he believes as an office. Anyway, and tries to look for a cabinet that might have more important documents.
Okay, you go into the back room, and there is a desk with a chair, and on the wall to your left is another set of shelves. And you do see that these don't seem to be so much books, but records. As you go and you pull one of the books off the shelf, you're kind of excited. It looks very official. But then your heart... Actually, do illithids have more than one heart?
You know what? That's a great question. I still need to look that up.
Hearts sink.
Your hearts begin to sink as you look and see that these are
Illithid biology.
more manifests of books that were checked out, books that were donated, books that were maybe purchased for a great sum for, during a donation.
How
period.
many hearts do illithid have? Question mark.
This seems to be very much a secretarial kind of office.
Josephine, I'm so sorry for the ruckus. Do you know
biology.
where the
Here we go.
historical records are?
Oh, they're warm-blooded and amphibious. Did not know that.
Roll a history check with advantage because you're kind of tricking your own mind into giving you the right answer.
It's like, my brain is just like, what the fuck?
Natural 20!
He's so smart.
Okay, so you walk up to Josephine and you ask her the question, and in your mind, you're having a brilliant conversation back and forth. She's being super helpful, and you remember it's over there. So, of course, Josephine tells you, yes, over there in section 22. And you walk over and you find the section of history books. Is there a particular type of tome you were looking for? A specific subject or matter?
I was gonna see if there were any historical records in the city of any disasters, of any preventative measures the city might have built. Any,
Hopefully I
like
got this right.
basically defense records.
What's up?
I guess like city defense.
The new model.
Okay. So with that, she even tells you the shelf and the section that it's in on that shelf. You go and you find a book, and it seems to be more of a general history of the city. How it was founded, the reason that it was founded for. You don't get like blueprints or anything, but the book essentially explains the magical defenses.
All right, you goobers. That's it for me. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow.
walls
Gotta go
that
to
were
sleep so I
built,
can be ready for work tomorrow.
The military
Alright.
might.
Have a good night, man.
Good night.
Bye.
It does speak of a rebellion from the miners of the city. The reason for its name, the Silver City,
Only
being
two.
that it was built around a silver mine. But it seems to stop at a certain point. When the book was written, that's where history had caught up. And there doesn't seem to be any mention of a creature or a downfall of the city, because generally speaking, when there's a natural disaster, there's not usually someone going, oh boy, I better write all this down right now. It's survive the disaster, then write about it. So
Yeah.
Let's build these asset bundles and load up
as far as
TTS.
this particular book goes, it seems to be the founding of the city and major historical events as it went on, but at a point it does stop. And in your brain, it's very difficult to remember how long ago the stopping of the book was compared to now.
This is Brick's model.
Can I look for another one that's more like
Yes.
detailing on the
Got it.
magical defenses of the city, maybe?
Make an investigation check. And while he's perusing this and maybe relaying some of it accidentally through his mind link with you guys, is there anything that you guys would like to do as everyone's kind of perusing the books?
I've got a question for Mentok the Mindbender when he's done.
Okay, so we shall circle back to Kipak.
And talk about Mindbender got another natural.
If you were to try to find an
just actually
animated
gonna walk up
fox
to Zahn.
model,
There might not be a record.
I'll be honest, I haven't tried that hard. Let's see if
how it was originally kept.
Unity Asset Store has anything.
The only other thought I could think of is we just search the largest buildings, the amphitheater we passed, maybe the one next door. If it's a monster, it's probably gonna take up some space.
Let's try Kitsune. Oh, really? Nothing for Kitsune. What if I got rid of animated?
Closer to that.
You get humanoid stuff.
Definitely correct. Is that big?
What about
Also, screw you for the page thing.
Nine-tailed fox?
I do not know
Nope,
what you're
nothing.
talking about. You need to be quiet when you're turning the page.
As these two are kind of nitpicking behind you, Kipak, you said a natural 20 on your investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes you a little bit of looking through the things, and you're like, trade routes? No. And you're thinking about throwing it, you're like, that makes noise, put it back. And you find one that's more detailed to the military presence and some of the campaigns that they had defending the
Oh,
city.
this is STLs. I don't want
Most of the magical
STLs.
defenses seem to be more centered around the military personnel.
STLs are
Mages
almost
and,
impossible to edit.
Wards put in there in the doors of
I did find
archways,
this.
which you would know have been destroyed, and as soon as a
It's not animated, but
weapon of
it's
that sort has any sort of damage
pretty
done
dope.
to it, say like a teleportation circle, if there's a gouge given to it, it's no longer functioning. So, considering that this town was mostly underground, and there have been a lot of cave-ins, it's pretty safe to assume that most of
Not
the
bad.
natural magical defenses that were etched into the stonework have probably been fucked. And
This
you've been here
commentary
long
has
enough to
really
know that you
degraded,
haven't tripped any of them by
but
accident.
it's a bunch of research and a
Still
bunch
here.
of them trying to find stuff. So there's really not much to say on the
Nothing,
matter.
I'm all out of- I've tried nothing and I'm all out of options.
Just book reading.
Yeah.
Well, so first a look. So, Kip, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did the gods exist when you were around?
It's a fucking loaded question, my guy. Do the gods exist now?
It's a very
What
vague
was the
question.
gods when?
Yeah.
What was the gods'
Super
names when
vague.
you were around? A long time ago.
I have
Really?
a bit of a different relation with
I look up
deities.
a Fox Blender
Why?
model and it pulls up Crash Bandicoot.
A
That is not what I'm looking for.
a great mind in the sky. I've since escaped from that, or been disbanded. I don't quite really remember. I used to be part of a giant hive mind collective of other of my race of illithids. I am no longer. I forget how that came to be. But so be it.
Well, if you don't know, can you ask your librarian friend if there might be
I
books
kind of
on
forgot that
what
Sketchfab is
gods
like
existed at that time?
show off versus get.
Can I just look for like a
You can send me some of the things.
I guess just kind of like a
I just thought this would be really fucking adorable to have as her
oh, there's a word
tabletop
for it.
model.
Anyway, I'm just trying to look for like a religion section of like different,
I love it.
I guess.
Right?
Okay.
Beliefs.
Sure. Make an investigation check as you start perusing the shelves again.
Is there no like label on shelves or anything like for like a religion section?
Well, this isn't a Barnes and Noble, so no.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
There's my
Just
Barnes and
picturing
Noble
him
joke.
Finding like a little picture book that's like baby's first gods.
It's a pop-up book.
If it's a pop-up book, Brick, I'm throwing it at your stupid face.
It's a fucking 10.
A 10. You sort of look at him as he starts speaking slower and slower to you.
And it feels a little condescending. And you're
CG
kind of
Trader doesn't
not
have
really
anything.
wanting to help.
Sketchfab or
It's kind of like-
Turbo Squid doesn't really have anything.
I didn't believe in God.
Should really surprise
I
him.
had my God and it kicked me out. I don't care what the other races believed in. I never looked.
And some of them just
Long
look
or
way
short of
too
it, no.
realistic. And some of them look not at all realistic.
Okay, he gave a thumbs up for the podcast listeners.
Yeah. I thought Metal might relay it in a mind taker way, but works for me.
No, that's what I say.
So Vanera is
Ooh,
sitting in the
hold
corner,
up.
petting Mortar, as you all are looking around.
So what are we doing? What's next? Found a library and it had fuck all.
Well,
I actually don't know
Like
if
I
she would say
said.
fuck all, but
I might have found a
well,
winner
like I
with
said,
that one,
son,
man.
We're looking for a big monster, so follow the big mushrooms, search the big buildings.
I don't really know how that site works, but
Follow the big mushrooms. As they get bigger and bigger, if we reach a crossroad, look for bigger.
Hey, he's animated.
Not a bad idea.
Oh,
Or
real
if
shit?
knows the streets well enough, we see bigger and find a way to get
Oh,
to where the bigger is.
I'm
Why
in
not? What
tabletop.
was the bigger mushrooms?
oh,
Ooh.
How many
I
times
like
can you
that
say
model.
bigger in the same sentence?
Yes, yeah, by all that is holy, shut up!
Bigger, 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 bigger.
He wins.
That's
You
not too
asked.
bad either.
Damn right I do. I put my
damn right I do.
Start walking towards the door.
Oh yeah, I guess I just have my holder follow.
how long does that last?
Up to an hour? Let me see.
I mean, this is basically Ari from League of Legends,
up to
but
an hour.
still a potential.
Well, you were in there long enough to have a
very
short rest, so the
Yeah.
hour would have been up partway through your various amounts of research and looking for tomes.
Okay. Yeah, yet.
Barf ball, is that
I
what you
now-
named him?
That's not me.
I no longer
It's
have
best.
comprehend language.
Yeah, the book that you're currently looking through, it begins to look very much like Vanera's book, except it doesn't keep changing. It just sort of, like line by line, seems to disappear into a language that you no longer understand.
Well, dead end. Moving on.
Yeah, I kind of like that other one.
Mm-hmm. I just figured I'd share it just in case.
Let us do it.
Okay. A little bit of fourth wall breaking. We have been going for almost 3.5 hours. Do we want to call it, or did you want to continue for a little bit more?
I want to keep going, personally.
I'm just checking on
I
our
don't know
East
what everyone else
Coasters.
thinks.
I don't got anything to do tomorrow.
You're probably gonna have to
Sleepy, to be honest.
sign off in the stream here in just a
I had
moment.
work this morning.
Well, I mean, this
Do
is
not mind calling it at the library.
this is still
The
a pretty
commentary
decent
has
amount
wound to an end.
of
People have
flights
gone
and,
to sleep. We
flight, I should say. And you did a bit of research. So,
call it off
that's
so that
what
we
we
have
did
time
for
for
tonight, as you all begin
Kayla
to, gather
to
yourselves.
play with
I
us the
also
next go around.
don't want to go too terribly far without Vanera being here.
I literally
as
said
much
it
as
right
wanna
before I
keep
said
going
it in the
because I
past.
love being a spooky bitch, but we are going to end it here. We should be back in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, schedules permitting, we will actually have Kipak back as well. If not, I shall do a damn good job of being our Illithid companion. But anyway, please join the Discord. Links down below. That's where you can pop in, chat with us, make fun of us.
All
And
right.
again, we are going to be spending most of our time in there.
The
playing
files
other
are
games,
too
talking about
powerful.
D&D and
Too
whatever else
powerful.
we decide to do. So please come in, say hello. Anybody?
Of
anything
course.
else?
All right. Well, we transfer. Here we come.
Enjoy your evening and enjoy Fools and Flagons.
And best wishes to Kayla and her family. And if you are the praying sort, please give her your thoughts. And
Oh.
yeah, we will see
As
you
blooped.
guys in 2 weeks. Goodbye. Good night. Good night.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right. Well, back to me in the flesh live with Pez. Everyone else has abandoned us. I hope you all enjoyed that past session of ours that we pre-recorded. Unfortunately, we are going to have to pre-record again for the next session because of Zeke having a prior engagement that he cannot get out of. So we will very likely be doing this again, where we sit around and we have commentary and we watch it along with everyone that was either part of it or wants to just react as things are going on. It was great fun having Becca around, but she had to go to bed as well. She had an early start tomorrow. So if this is something that interests you, please feel free to join the Discord. The link should be down below or in the description of the podcast. Even if you have no interest in D&D and you stumble across us, we play all sorts of other games in the DM's Den. So, yeah, what's said has been said. Unfortunately, we will not be playing live for the next one. It will be another pre-recorded session, as we said before. We will keep everyone up to date on situations like that in the Discord. I cannot plug it enough. Join the Discord. We want more friends. We want more people to join in and have fun with us. Pez, you got anything else you want to say tonight?
Join us in the Discord. We're lonely.
we're not that lonely. Well, we're lonely. Join us in the Discord. All right. Oh, Becca is still here. Go to bed, woman. You left us and you didn't go to sleep. Jesus. Anyway, have a good night. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you when we go live next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.